everybody, and welcome back to the AGP Creator Podcast, where we bring you people within the industry of pop culture, from comics to gaming to any form of entertainment. Onto the show, we get to interview them and talk about their works. Today, we have an exciting yet scary, hairy show for you. But of course, before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Amanda. I'm the owner-operator of AGP, and I want to welcome you all to the show. Joining me today, I will have a co-host. I'm very happy to have him. My dog likes his toes. She loves to chew on them, which could be a segue into the comic that we're going to be talking about later. But let me bring on the Oops Boy himself, Dennis. Hi, Dennis.
Hey, guys. How does that my slot in life? Your dog's favorite chew toy is my foot.
Because you announced it live on a 24-hour stream, and you will never live that down, other than the fact that last year you kind of did it when you were like, oh, tase me through the jeans, it won't hurt. And I went, okay. And I dropped you like a bag of bricks, or the way that I fell today at work.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I tripped over my own feet and I ate pavement, and that's exactly what I wrote on the incident report. My boss went, really?
Gotta
went, yeah.
Watch the.
She's like, I can't use this incident report. I was like, why? I was like, she said, your occupation. I said, I put minion. That's what I am.
Drive-through minion.
So yeah, I had to ice my knee, so it was fun. But yeah, you're a chew toy, which could make you a great. Maybe we should make you an opportunity. Maybe you could be like a stretch goal. You could be a chew toy for the thing that we're about to talk about.
Oh no!
And speaking of wonderful things,
oh dear, no.
We are going to talk about an amazing comic called Prowl. And talking about prowling, this amazing creator has prowled the internets, prowled the social medias, and has prowled the conventions, and prowled his way into my heart as one of my favorite comic creators. The one, the only, the shaggy and lovable Adam Fields.
Oh, well, thank you. That was probably the best intro I've ever had.
I'm really good at this.
You are. So how's everybody doing?
Other than the trip and fall, fine. It was funny too.
But we're making it.
Can you see the bruising?
I can. What'd you hit?
My own feet, and then the pavement of the thing, and because it was wet, I slid across it.
10 points. Awesome.
And it was just funny because they're like, that was like incident. What? Explain the incident. Tripped on own feet, ate pavement. There you go.
At least you get style points. You know,
I got style points.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, well, luckily it was spring break, and they were actually about to send me home anyway. So it was like, oh hell, Expedia, go home.
There it is. Expedite that.
Yeah. It'll make a nice bruise on the arm, and of course, when I landed my right knee first, which has the 2 pins in the knees from the tiger bite that I had back in the old days in my 20s. So
yeah,
that it's got a knot about yay big on it.
Ouch.
That's fine. I don't need that knee. Now, we even talked about it at work. If I cut off that leg, maybe cut off this hand and gouge out an eye, I could come back and go, arg!
Yeah, be a pirate.
Arg, 417 for that sandwich there, matey.
Hi, Cassie, welcome.
Hi, Cassie.
Oh, so Adam,
Hey,
busy
Cassie.
man, you.
I am busy. This is ridiculous. But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, it's good that you're busy. And of course, Congratulations on the Kickstarter, because I got to see all about it. And then I got to harass you for starting a Kickstarter and not contacting me straight away.
I know, right? I was so blown away when I first launched, because I had no clue that, when I did the launch party, I'm like, okay, I set the goal to 1,000. I'm like, if we hit 2,000 by the end of it, I'll be happy. We hit that almost in 48 hours. So I was just taken back. And then I realized, I'm like, I should contact my friends that have podcasts and YouTube channels and Twitch streams and have them help. I had no clue. This is my first Kickstarter ever that I've done. So
this is your first?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've helped out with.
Congratulations, then.
Thank you. Yeah, I've done I'd say about 50 others. Like I've had covers, interior art, the comic book series I've illustrated and all that, but this is the first one I've like hosted, so it's a whole new experience.
And how much sleep have you gotten?
Tonight is going to be probably my late night. I've got some commissions and stuff I've got to wrap up that I've pushed off, and they're okay with me pushing those off because they want this. So they're like, take the time on the artwork. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many hours I get.
Because I know a lot of people, they don't sleep their first Kickstarter ever.
I don't sleep anyway. It's the name of the studio, Midnight27. I don't sleep hardly any time. The funny thing is, when I had the idea to remaster my original series, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I sprung up and was like, I should do this. So I got up and my wife's like, what's wrong? And I said, just go back to sleep. I'm fine. I went out there and started writing. And yeah, I got the script done in one.
I'm having inspiration.
Full 24 hours. Yeah.
Oh no, you're
I gotta do this.
Don't let Dennis get inspired. That could be dangerous.
Oh, I want to see the stories he would write.
No.
So of course,
give me a pen and a pencil. I'll sit down and do it.
Oh
right?
no!
Oh, I said just
There'll
give me
be
a
a lot
pen
of
and
oops in
pencil
there.
for like an hour. I'll come up with something.
Oh, I know you would, man.
But this is the good kind of oops that results in that would result in the kind of oops that gets a lot of views.
I think that should be the title. Oops for views.
The kind of oops that gets a lot of views.
Well, it was funny because I didn't actually know that you had a Kickstarter, because you, like a lot of the creators that I know, you guys still do a lot of stuff on Facebook, where since I do, a lot of Twitch streaming and YouTubing, the more younger in their teens, 20s, they're going to be on Instagram, they're going to be on TikTok, so Twitter. So that's where I focus most of my attention to, because, as we grow, just like any big industry, you have to start focusing on it. Sorry, I got to get them while they're young so they like me.
Absolutely.
Because if I don't, this crowd here that's my age, well, we're all graying, and it's not going to last very long.
Yeah.
But it was actually funny because I didn't know that you had one. And then this goofy little goober here comes out and goes, "Oh my God, did you see this? Oh my gosh." And he's like, "Are we on one of the podcasts he's on?" And I'm like, "No." And see, Dennis couldn't see my voice because he's messaging me on Facebook.
And I asked, can we?
And I'm just like, when I saw it, I went, "No."
Thing is, I had nobody lined up. I'm like, anyone want to talk with me?
Oh, dear.
I'm just like,
when you said it, I was just like, "Ooh, are we one of them? That'd be fun."
Yeah.
Because Dennis was so eager to be on this. He was like, "Oh, I was gonna see if he was. I was gonna clear a day so we could be on it, so I could be on it, because he really wanted to be here." And I was like, "Well, you can message him and say, hey, Amanda, hit her up." And he's like, "Okay." And then next thing I know, you're messaging me because, of course, Gym City stuff. And I'm like, "By the way, Adam, you went prowling everywhere but here." That, Adam, that.
Like in Dayton?
No, you didn't come to me.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Here's the thing about my Kickstarter, and I kind of got some flack for it, but in the end, I guess it really didn't matter. I didn't even know I was going to do a Kickstarter 48 hours before I did. I looked at, because I wanted the books for Free Comic Book Day, and the artwork was almost done. Chad's been working on the colors, and I'm like, all right, if I want them for Free Comic Book Day, let's do some math. I went, oh crap, I'm going to need this funded and to the printer by this time. I need a campaign like now. So I made it and launched it in a couple days, and I got so much flack saying that you didn't do like a pre-launch party, or you didn't do like a big event to get followers. I said, nope. Let's just roll with it. And it worked. I mean, it goes to show, like, you don't have to put too much thought into it because there is a thing called overthinking. And I don't want to overthink this. Heck, I want to do bare minimum thinking. So that's what I did.
Good job.
I wanted all my energy into the actual story and artwork. I didn't want to put it into the campaign.
As it's working out.
Yeah. I mean, I knew regardless, I'm going to have the books anyway, whether it was funded or not. I'm going to have this series for an ongoing thing. So I'm like, let's just launch it and see who we get. Might get a couple new people, and I have someone in Australia that backed me. That blew my mind. So looking to where all these people are, I've got a couple in Canada, Australia. I think I have one over in Spain. So it's nuts.
And for those of you who are wondering what we are actually talking about, bam.
There it is. Look at that. Oh, nice.
So nice.
Yes. Look at that. It is so pretty. But yeah, that's the campaign. And when I was live doing the launch party, just watching the number go up, I was almost in tears, honestly. So the fact that I've had 56 people that may or may not have met me who want to support the campaign, that just blows my mind. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so first off, for those of you who don't know, Prowl is an amazing comic. Now, I own the original. So,
the oregano.
But I will tell you, I'm just gonna be up straight and I'm just gonna be honest. Where is it? Where's my cover?
Oh,
right there.
Right there. Yeah.
Cover A is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
I love
intimidating.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And there he is in all his glory. Big bad wolf coming to town to protect everybody. I love it. And what's crazy about that cover, I have done that. Thank you. Yeah, that's a page right out of the comic. So I think he's about to color that page too, if I'm doing my math right. I think I know he's already started because he sent me, but he's like, I've been plugging away at that one because he wants to make that one very special, as it should, sort of being the big review. But the trading cards are the tier that we are, the stretch goal we're
working now on.
Mm-hmm. So
this cover here.
Yeah, he got his cover done in 24 hours. I was blown away. So, but it was pretty sweet. Nice little, like I said, I thought I was only going to reach 2,000 by the end of it. So I only did 2 stretch goals because I already have where is it? I just showed you. There it is. I already have the keychains already done up. Got a whole bag of them over there, and then I wear my wristband every day. So I'm like, we're ready to go. Now we need trading cards. I'm like, great. Now I got to come up with artwork for that, which I've already got started. Which I will reveal.
Which of course you do.
Yeah, we'll reveal that when we hit the 3,000 mark. So, yeah.
Yep. I'm excited for it. I really am.
Me too, because I was proud of the very first go that I did. There's 7 issues into the first run, and I did it kind of, in my opinion, wrong. I would write the issue, illustrate the issue, publish the issue, and then write the second one. So it wasn't really cohesive, and then the artwork is kind of choppy. It's still good. It's a nice snapshot of where I was at that time. But I've worked on so many books for various publishers and people since then. I'm like, I want to do this for me. I want to give my best to my character. And yeah, that's when I said, I'm going to remaster it. The story is much more polished. I've already got volume 2 roughed out and outlined. Volume 3 is plotted. Volume 4, 5, 6, the overall plot and arcs are there. I've already started planting stuff in issue 1 here. I'll be starting issue 2 in a couple weeks because the artwork's already done for issue 1. So I mean, I'm just chugging along with this and having a lot of fun with it, to be honest.
Now, one of the things that I love about Prowl is when I first picked it up, I didn't really know you. I think Jesse actually gave it to me.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, werewolves. I like werewolves. It did not go the direction I was thinking it was supposed to go.
Mm-mm. Nope, that's the whole point.
It's not your slasher horror movie werewolf.
No, he's a good guy, but it will have that horror aspect to it eventually, but not in the way that they go like in American Werewolf
Right.
or Werewolf in London or The Howling or anything like that. It's basically he uses this stone. His name's Alex, and he's in a small town. Where I grew up and was raised. We recently moved up to Northeast Ohio, but where I was born and raised in Eaton, it's a small town. So I'm like, I want to do best of both worlds. So I made this fictional town up in northern Ohio. So it's a small
crap.
town.
You guys did know each other.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You used to live right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm in Oxford, right? I could have shot you with stones with a slingshot.
You could have. I mean, here's the thing. I used to go to Oxford all the time. My cousin's girlfriend
That's why
is a
you were
police
always at
officer
Geek
in
Out.
Oxford. Mm-hmm.
That's why you were at Geek Out.
Oh yeah, I know Adam Blackwell too, very well. Actually, I have plans for him for the future of Prowl too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he already knows it. So
Cool.
I've been in talks with him quite heavily on like, hey, you're my ace in the hole in the future. So growing up in Preble County, I mean, it's a small town, so I wanted to give some small town love to a story, and I felt this was where it needed to be. And also,
and you get that small town feel.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think people realize how much of a different world. Dennis doesn't want to show his face anymore. He's afraid everybody will start swarming in to say hi to him. But as a person who grew up in large cities, I always grew up in large cities. Living in a small town for the first time, which was when I moved to Florida, it's a completely different world living in a small town.
It is. Everyone knows everything about everybody. And when we moved up here,
very much
everyone calls this area. What was that?
He said very much so.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And moving up here, everyone calls this a small town. And I'm like, this isn't small. We have 4 Chick-fil-A's, 4 Five Guys, a mall.
Very much so.
Yeah. I'm like, Eaton was very small. There's like 3 restaurants, and it's like, come on, that's a small town. This isn't where we moved. Isn't small. So I'm still out of my element in adjusting to this area. But I really wanted something based in that type of area, so people can relate to it. And I even leaned very heavily into the small town pride side of things. Where the fictional town is called West Erie, and it is on Lake Erie. That's where I based it, right next to Toledo. And so West Erie. But so everything uses that WE acronym, WE. So you got We Pawn for the pawn shop. We this, We Police. Like, because everything in Eaton there was the Eaton place. There was my mom's jewelry store, which was Eaton Jewelers. I mean, everything has Eaton Barbell, Eaton that, like. So I'm like, I'm going to lean heavily into this. So we're having a lot of fun naming these locations that take place. So, but based in the small town, this vigilante werewolf goes through and cleans up all this little small town crime. But the biggest plot point is that stone. Where did it come from? Why does it turn him into a werewolf? The thing is, he's actually working with waking up some dark history in the town that some people wanted to keep buried. And he's on shaky ground right now. So we're just getting started with issue 1, and I'm so excited to see where this goes. So excited. But yeah, my buddy Chad Shodel is the one coloring, and I believe he is going to be at Gym City as well. So you'll be able to get this double signed. And if there's any grading companies there, it'd be awesome to get these slabbed right there. So I believe
Nice.
CBCS is always there. Cody, he's actually my facilitator for CBCS, so I can walk over, shake his hand, and you can get it slabbed. So I wanted this done for a lot of reasons. Hence the blink and you'll miss it campaign, as one of my friends called it.
Well,
I didn't do the typical I didn't do the typical.
No, it's not the typical, because I'll be honest, I was like, okay, I got to get ready for this. I was here, and I'm like, play. Wait, there's no video there.
So I even asked Erica, like, hey, I don't have a video. Is that okay? She goes, it might be okay for your first one, but definitely for your second one, make a video. I'm like, I don't know how to make videos. I will recruit one of my friends.
I will
recruit one of my friends. I will send them artwork and say, make it pretty.
I mean, you saw what I made for the intros, both of them. So
I love it. Yeah, because that's one thing I'm learning very quickly. I don't want to do everything, so I hired my buddy Chad to color, and then maybe for issue 2, I've already got another buddy who's reached out and said, hey, I would like to letter. So now that I have a template made up, I can pass it over to him and say, here, which also puts money in other people's pockets, which is kind of the point. I want to help other people grow in this industry, meanwhile getting my stuff out.
Ooh, I actually have a really good idea. I will have to pull in some experts who could do a little bit of special effects on the video from Colorado. But yeah, I think I got an idea.
I
really think I got an idea.
That's either very, very scary or very, very inspiring. I'm not sure which it is.
I'm just okay. So, even though it is a werewolf comic and it isn't the normal, he's actually the good guy and everything, this actually has a little bit of a twist to it, because there's also the whole who they did it, who they didn't, kind of like, Stranger Things, Underworld type thing going on. Even though he's the good guy, there's still this mystery. It's still a horror comic in its own right. Something with mist coming across. You just see the footprint, the feet walking across. Dude, I've got this. Yeah. See, Adam's already like, I already like that.
Yeah, I already like that. So that reminds me, like, thinking back to PlayStation 1 games, thinking back to Resident Evil 1, when the intro to the game was that live action, very cheesy dialogue and really poor acting, but it hooked us right from the beginning. And I still love that intro to this day. That could be something I would really, really like to do, is just film some B-rated intro to this, and then to have it just, that's the commercial. Like, that would be so fun.
Oh, but see, it's just so perfect. You get the mist, and you hear the crunching of it, kind of like the whole T-Rex thing, but it's a little bit softer, because you just hear crunching the rocks and the leaves as it's going through the woods and stuff. You get to see, it zooms in on a couple of the named places in the comic. You hear the turning over of a trash can. You hear the sniffing as it focuses on one of the other characters. And then,
out of the mist comes Fizzy.
And then it just pops up. Prowl. The search.
That would be so awesome. Yeah, I would. I
just made a video. Now I just got to make the video, but I just made a video.
Yeah, you got the concept going. I love it. But yeah, placing a werewolf like in the small town. One small town's not going to have a lot of cameras, so that was like my whole thing. He knows. Growing up, where like security cameras are and traffic cameras and all that stuff. So he knows where he can do his business and not be caught. So But yeah, like you said, there is like a who's done it element. I really leaned heavily into like Stranger Things, how that is a monster movie or series, but it has such a unique twist on how they're bringing D&D into this weird world.
Evil. Oh wait, this isn't the 80s anymore. So now it's video games.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, so it's cool.
Which is always something I found funny. If you look at every generation, something was evil, whether it was music or D&D. Now it's video games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like
there's always something evil, and I'm like, really?
In the 90s, it was wrestling too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got to go out there and bust each other's heads, even though that was just me and my brother's stupid idea.
Right, because watching back in the day, the WWE, which was called the WWF back at the time, which is nothing more than a soap opera of two men wearing barely nothing, slapping each other on the mat, but it was really just male soap operas. That was so much more destructive than watching, I don't know, Days of Our Lives, where there's a guy who's constantly kidnapping a woman, telling her that he's going to kill her family so she will be with him forever. Oh yes, that's so much more less dramatic.
Yeah.
Huh. I distinctly remember somebody being put into a guillotine and all this, but yeah, you got the right concept.
Oh yeah. Then you have someone being called a jabroni or something.
It's when we got Undertaker and everybody's like, hey, Gary, by the way, you know he has a choose your own adventure thing on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
The Undertaker?
Oh,
really?
That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
But I will say this. Yeah, you'll have to look it up. I love, because I got to read the original. Now, okay, first question is this. What is remastered? Like,
remastered? So,
what all of you remastered?
Basically, I took the original story and I fleshed it all out. So one of my favorite, it's going to sound so weird, one of my favorite shows is called Gravity Falls.
Yes.
And that was, thank you, Zach.
I love Gravity Falls. That is one of the best shows ever.
Yeah, and that was wrote all at once. So I took a lot of inspiration from that because, as you know, things that happen in season 3 are planted in season 1. There's a time traveler who appears in the backgrounds, which I love Easter eggs like that. So I took what I had already done with issue 1 through 7. And I streamlined it because I only wanted 6 issues instead of 7. That's just sort of a typical 1 through 4 or 1 through 6. That's just sort of a publishing staple, I guess, standard. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I condensed down what I did. And I'm like, all right, that works. But now I want to build out. So I actually wrote the full story on what's happening. Then I fleshed out the characters. Not only did I polish up the artwork, but I gave these characters personality. So the villain you meet in issue 1, I want to see in cosplay. I did a lot of thinking about the jacket he wears, his tattoos, his mannerisms. I'm like, this could be something that someone can make. And yes,
Dennis?
They can make.
I will take the challenge.
Right?
You know I have all the equipment to make it happen, Dennis. So guess you're coming over one weekend. Yeah. And then you can help me make scrunchies for our table.
Ooh, scrunchies.
You know what? If it is, like, I'd probably have to do it for, like, a con where I'm not probably going to be working constantly.
No. It'll be... No. You still got to store it up at Chip. You're going to have it for Chip City. You don't have a choice.
Okay, I was going to say, because, like, when last year I tried to do something for cosplay, but I was just so busy doing, like, pictures and stuff that I never found the time to go get changed.
We'll get it taken care of.
Okay. Yeah.
You know me, I just have to time management everything.
Yeah.
Because I could this could be good. Dennis could cosplay your villain. You bring the werewolf. I supply a place for all of this to happen in case you need a hotel room for any of this, and we get some promotional pictures for you and my websites.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful right there. So the thing is, I'll probably need a trailer to haul the werewolf, like his box. His box actually took up the entire bed of my truck. The best thing is side story. So the werewolf I got at a discount through Home Depot. It was a Halloween decoration. So what's funny was this werewolf kept showing up everywhere that we were. So we did a haunt up here at the Canfield Fairgrounds. They called it the Scaregrounds.
Mhm.
And when we went to the ticket booth, they had a giant 9.5-foot tall skeleton. Then they had the werewolf. I said, "Look, honey, it even has blue eyes, like Prowl. It's brown with blue eyes. It's You plug it in, and they actually light up, and the mouth moves and everything. It's insane." Yeah. So it was originally $400 at Home Depot. I had multiple rewards because we just bought a house, so we did a lot of remodeling, and I bought a whole bunch of stuff at Home Depot, so I racked up my points. Then I said it was on clearance after Halloween, and guess what? I got it for $136.
Damn, that is a
not
steal.
bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. And that was delivered from somewhere else to my store, and all I had to do was pick it up. It was beautiful. No shipping or anything. So it's a box full of werewolf parts, and I'm like, that's going to be awesome. So yeah, we are definitely looking to have that at different cons for experiences.
Very nice.
Sure.
Anything I can do to help it make it happen at Gym City, I'm down for.
I know you are. So I'm hoping if I could talk my wife into letting me keep it up year round, maybe. She's in the other room. I see her getting up from her computer.
Honey, if you
could the door.
Wife, if he puts a Midnight 27 Studios hat on it, can it stay up year round? Maybe put a t-shirt.
That's what I'm saying. Just use it as like
t-shirt and sew it on.
There was someone that had kept their giant skeleton up at one of their houses for Christmas. They just put a Santa hat on it. It was like 12 feet tall in their front yard. They just put a big Santa hat on. I'm like, that guy gets it. That guy gets it.
Years for Easter.
I paid $400
for the 4th of July.
And I'm gonna...
What'd she say?
She said, "You keep it up year round, I get 2 more gardens." I'm like, go for it. That just means more salsa for me. Okay.
Awesome.
Your terms are acceptable.
I like these terms. If he would have said no, I'm still gonna say yes. So go get your gardens.
Yep.
You get a werewolf.
She knows I don't mind her gardens at all. Like, I actually had to talk her into getting the ones that we got. She was like about ready to talk herself out. I'm like, you're never gonna you're gonna spend that in groceries. Like, get the gardens, and it's gonna keep replenishing. So yeah, she's already got her flowers and peppers and all sorts of stuff started in the basement. It's crazy.
Ooh, peppers.
So,
ooh.
Yeah.
Now I know who to go to get some peppers to make you eat them during the 24-hour live stream for challenges, Dennis.
Oh, honestly, that's not playing some hot ones.
Like, look, it'll be a nice reprieve from you getting tased.
Whatever they put on those one chip challenges are the real killer.
Right? I don't know what that is.
Like a pepper, okay, fine. I'll sit there and take the heat for a little bit. It burns. Like whatever that is, that's torture.
Yeah. So for anybody that's like watching and commenting, what's the hottest thing you ate? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, what's the hottest pepper? Because I kind of want to try it. My son loves hot stuff. So yeah, whatever is hot, sound off in the comments. I want to know.
Hottest thing, Craig and I were at Buffalo Wild Wings, and we had a buddy who worked there who was like, "Hey, we have this new scorpion pepper mixed with something else flavor. It was like scorpion pepper mixed with like lemon or something like that. Do you guys want to, give it a shot?" And he goes, "I can grab a couple of the wings for free." And I said, "Hey, a free chicken wing. Whatever, fine, I'll do it." I'm pretty sure to this day that was that guy's attempt to kill us. It was
a spoonful of wasabi.
Oh yeah, wasabi. That is one of the sneakiest foods ever because it looks like it'd be minty, and it's not.
No. And I know I knew what wasabi was because I eat a lot of sushi, and I put just a thin layer on my sushi.
Yeah.
And then I got dared to eat a spoonful of it. I thought I was going to die.
Oof.
Yeah. At my old job, we had a sales rep coming from Russia, and he always brought the coolest little snack boxes. And
it was all vodka. No.
Right? No, that was for the after parties. But which we had a lot of. But we saw this and we couldn't read it, so it was a mint green Kit Kat bar, and I'm like, oh. He goes, oh yeah, that's mint. I said, okay. It was wasabi. It was a wasabi flavored Kit Kat. Oh, I was so mad at him.
You know what?
In Mother Russia, Kit Kat eat you.
It sure did.
Kit Kat.
To this day.
Kit Kat in Mother Russia, Kit Kat breaks you.
It does. And I'm like, I never trust that guy again. Anytime I said, I am not eating a dang thing you bring. He goes, oh, no. They brought chocolate. Like, one of our friends sent us from Germany. She brought over some chocolate liqueur little candies. Oh my God. I never got drunk off chocolate before.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
So I gave one to my mom. And I said, it's strong. She goes, keep a couple. She was stressed. She's like, I'm going to keep this.
Yeah.
What was crazy was she brought, the woman brought over this little tiny bunny. I think it was a bunny or a bear. And on it, we couldn't read it. It's all German. And my wife's reading. She goes, that's a % sign. I know this. So we sent it over to one of our friends that lives in Germany. I'm like, hey, what's this say? She goes, oh, that's just alcohol. That's the alcohol content. It was for a kid's candy. She goes, well, he can't have this. He was like 6 or 7 at the time.
So I have to say, if you ever need a quick translation, Cassie speaks German really well. So
good to know. Good to know. But yeah, it was really funny. Like, yeah, like she brought over some of the coolest snacks for us and everything. Yeah, we love our German friends.
Yeah, I don't really do hot and spicy that well. That's why when it comes to like things that I get punished for eating, it's normally bugs.
Yeah, no, she had to do a jalapeno shot and just, well, no, it wasn't pretty.
It still had the seeds in it, and I bit down on the seed.
Yeah. That's a problem.
I thought it was gonna.
Yeah.
So I'll stick with bugs, thanks.
Yeah.
At least the ones we have for the 24-hour live stream are dead versus the one I had to eat at the zoo.
Ooh.
Oh.
So I came back from Texas one night and at the airport. Oh, good night, kiddo.
Night, kid.
Night, bud.
Caleb's going to bed. I came back from Texas, and at the airport, they were selling little suckers, and one of them had a scorpion in it. So I bought it for my son, Zach. He killed it. He loved the scorpion sucker. I'm like, I wouldn't have ate it. I bought it for him just as a novelty thing. He goes, I'm going to eat it. I don't doubt you. Now he's our human garbage disposal. He'll be 16 in July, and I'm like, he eats everything. I'm like, okay. Like tonight at dinner, we had some like chicken with some tomato stuff on it, and he was holding like a slice of bread. And he goes, I wonder. And he just dips in the tomato. I went, I never would have thought of that. Like, he's just an impulse guy. He's like, I'm gonna try this. I'm like,
I probably would have thought of it because I'm the person that eats spaghetti on bread and folds it in half and goes, and it's the only way I can eat spaghetti. So like, there's a plate of buttered bread next to my spaghetti.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Sandwich.
It just cracks me up how he just impulsively is like, I'm gonna try this.
I'm gonna put this in this and see what happens. It was delicious. Like, dude, that's what happens.
I would like if he had like any drive. I'm like, you could be a chef. Like, go for it.
Look, he just has the poor person's thought when it comes to food. What can I put together?
Mm-hmm.
And that is something everybody should know what to do. He's not going to starve when there's an apocalypse. He's a smart boy. Even though maybe you should have named him Mikey. Give it to Mikey. He eats anything.
Grind up this flour with this herb and put it on this kind of meat, and you'll actually not be able to taste the radiation.
What's that mushroom taste like? Whoa, I'm tripping. He get high on accident.
Oh, he'd be fun to have. Hey, you're starving. Can you try this cat food? Let me know if it's any good. Cool, thanks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
What's in here?
Oh my god.
What's in here? Dog food. What are we gonna mix with it?
That's great. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our our little stipulation was, hey, get this werewolf, I get gardens, and like that's what she had like this. It's like, I don't know, what do you think? I'm like, it's $136. Let's do it. So I bought it. I bought the werewolf, and
Hell
I
yeah.
can't wait to put this thing together. I think it'll fit in my garage. Once it warms up and stays warm, I'm gonna go out there and play.
Well, yeah. Of course, it's Ohio, so warms up, it stays up.
Yeah,
warms up and stays up are two very
Hey,
different
look.
things.
Look, we had a tornado this week. Oh, look, now we're having a snowstorm.
Yeah.
And what's happening on Fridays? IDK, aliens or something.
Aliens, maybe. We'll see.
But don't worry, guys. Global warming is not an issue. Of course not.
I'm still in a.
Don't worry, guys. Ohio has not made first contact. At least not that we're not allowed to say on stream.
Yeah.
No, they fly by and lock their doors when they go by Ohio. No way.
Specifically by Drexel.
They get over to this part and they're like, okay, Haunted, Riley, Eaton, and Oxford. Skip.
Drexel. Don't even look at it.
Nope.
Lock the doors.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. They come back and they're UFOs on cinder blocks. What the heck?
I mean, what we got the sinkhole in Riley that they've tried to fix how many times and it just keeps opening back up. Plus, there's like 7 Indian burial grounds there. Even the aliens get about there and they go, pass. It's like that was.
They saw Poltergeist. No way.
No. No. And of course, Eaton and Oxford are really close to Riley. And all of the stuff has running water underneath it, which is a conductor for paranormal activity. And the limestone that we have that's completely underneath everything, which is also another conductor for paranormal activity. These 3 towns are fucked.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't forget the at first that scared the crap out of me. I saw that over your shoulder. I'm like, well, there it is. Didn't realize it was your dog.
Yep. Hey, Ghost Apocalypse. I cannot wait.
Those are my Hershey Kisses, young lady. No. No.
That dog saw an opportunity and she took it.
Oh,
it wasn't good enough airtime. Like I said, the P in AGP stands for puppy. This is her show.
She's like, I'll show you who the real boss is.
I forgot about these.
Well, we were talking about ghosts.
She already stole the freaking. She stole salt and vinegar chips. She eats salt and vinegar chips.
Oh, she's more of a man than I am. I don't even eat salt and vinegar chips.
Nobody eats salt and vinegar chips. This dog does.
Oh, and look at this.
She's begging.
Can I have?
Yeah.
Can I have?
She's like,
Look at her.
I'm good.
Let me have it.
Okay, come here. Get in your chair.
Funny.
Come to me. Hi. Can you come here? All right, Mommy is gonna take care of you. Watch this. See, Mommy has infinite points, and she can redeem as many puppy treats as she likes. So you see that? You get puppy treats. I get down. Yeah, we actually keep 2 bags of puppy treats on the computer just in case.
Because so many people redeem those.
See, your werewolf has a charm. My dog gets treats.
There it is. I love it. Aw.
And now she doesn't want anything to do with me.
She goes, that's all I need. Thank you. But you take her Hershey Kisses. Honestly.
It is totally worth giving her a puppy treat to keep her away from my Hershey's Kisses. No.
Oh, always.
No.
Yeah. Don't touch my candy. The boys know my rule. I want your hands.
Because I saw you see her, and I saw her tail go up. And I went, what is she doing? And I'm like, and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, there's my Cheez-Its. There's my sour cream and cheddar chips. There's my Robin. Where are my Hershey Kisses? And I turned around and I could see the bag. And I was like, crap!
Oh.
Oh,
God, I love it. Well, I'm glad we caught that.
And what I eat milk chocolate, so it wouldn't be the first time she gotten into it. So not that it's good for a dog, but it's dark chocolate that actually is really dangerous for a dog. A little bit of milk chocolate, the dog will be fine. Dark chocolate's what can straight up kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The things you learn when you work at a zoo.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do if I ran the zoo.
Now, I have to ask this question because I've been dying to ask this question for eons. The name of the comic is Prowl, which is actually a really ingenious name for the comic. Did you do it because of the way that the comic works? Because he's always prowling for the truth, prowling for the answers. And if you follow the definition, it's restlessly sneaking about, trying to track down something is the actual definition of prowl. And that's exactly what Alex is doing in this.
It is. Yeah. I kind of forgot we were here to talk about the comic book. I just like talking with people. So
okay, you know as well as I do, Adam, on my show, it is as much as we talk about what you do, we talk about you, and we get people to get to know you because I like the more laid back interview type thing.
Yeah. The funny thing is, this is the way I am at my tables too. I forget I'm there to sell stuff half the time. Like 15 minutes into our conversation, you're like, "Oh, how much are the prints?" I'm like, "Oh shoot, yeah, they are." Like, yeah. So yeah.
What are you talking about? This is how you are at work. We'd just be standing around in the kitchen talking, just like, "Hey, yeah. Oh wait, we got food we have to run." Shoot.
No, shoot. How many chips came out?
Uh-oh.
I got sat how many times? Yeah, dude, it was wild. It was wild. But yeah, that's really where the name came from. Was he's prowling for the truth. He's prowling around the streets. It's sort of a double play on what is actually going on, because I actually had a meeting with Chad today where when I work with someone, I want them to be a part of the team. I've worked on a bunch of books where I had no clue what the hell was going on in the book, and I'm like supposed to bring this to life. Like, I was not briefed on where the story was going or anything. So I felt like, hey, Chad, we're going to hop on a call. We're going to talk, and you're going to get to know the story. So he knows just as much as I do on the story. So, talking that through, I'm like, all right, so this is the whole plot. And, thinking, it through, I'm like, there's a whole bunch of other characters that are coming that, he was like, hey, I saw some character style sheets. He goes, but they weren't in issue 1. I'm like, yeah, that's because they're like issue 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like, they're coming. He's like, oh, okay, cool. And the thing is, they're all character building. So the girl that you'll see in issue 1, she seems like a damsel in distress when you see it, but that's on purpose. I'm very, very much about female strength, and I want strong characters. Yeah, she looks very defeated here, and she very well is. But later in the whole story, people are going to cheer at what she overcomes and how she overcomes it, and it's not going to be with the werewolf's help. So Erica actually had a lot to do with this particular character's development in the series. So, like, I wanted a strong female, like, input, because I'm not a strong female. I'm going to lean, on someone that knows how to write. So
you're not? Hold on.
I don't know. I might be.
Sure?
I'm a girl.
My wife says I'm a girl.
I'm a girl.
She's with the one-liners. I swear to God, all day. So yeah.
And that's why you married her.
I did.
Because she has the ability to come right back at you with all the crap you say.
Oh, easily, yeah.
And
She'll come up
Roll
with
with the
better stuff
punches.
than me.
Can't find anything that.
I will be honest, because I don't know everything that you've changed within this. And even though I've read the original, obviously this is a much sharper on the artwork. Which congrats on that. Which of course you will see after it's been how many years?
2017.
Yeah, but I don't see complete defeat, and I don't see damsel in distress. I see worried, scared, and oh fuck.
Yep.
That's
And
what I see here.
And the thing is, it's not even geared towards the werewolf. That is actually with what happened, what led up to this particular scene. So,
well, if you notice, her focus isn't on the werewolf. Her focus is still over here.
Yep. And I'm so excited for everyone to see how this particular scene plays out, but also where this character goes. Like, the story arc that I have for her, I'm so excited. But I also have another female character that'll be coming in later. That it's a much deeper story and a lot more real. So I'm not going to touch too much on her, but she's coming.
You can always come back and talk later about it.
Oh, there will be multiple. But right now, the whole point of the first volume is to introduce characters. There's going to be 6 issues to volume 1. So they're introducing characters, giving you a feel for the city and why Alex is sort of bitter and, all that. And then at the very end of the volume, that's when you're going to be introduced to something absolutely wild, and everything that led up to that one point, you're going to be like, oh, this is where we're going. Okay. It's not just a werewolf. Like, that's the biggest tease. It's not just a werewolf. So
No. Because, okay, so first, this artwork here is something that I really want people to take a look at. This is when I say someone can tell you a story without putting any bubbles whatsoever. Because I've already picked out so much just by the way, from the fact that she's getting herself back up, to the way that her shirt is sitting, the look on her face, and the fact that she's not looking at the werewolf, and the werewolf looks more like pissed off best friend / boyfriend.
Could be.
This is a complete thing of he feels the need to protect her. She's more worried about what's going over here versus, him trying to protect her. This tells a story, and that, my friend, is great artwork.
Thank you. Yeah. That's really why I decided to revisit this, because working with, Victor Dandridge on Point of Authority, Rodney
Great
Fike.
comic, by the way. Congratulations.
It is. And I'm starting issue 3 next week. So,
matter of fact, you've also worked on another comic, which I absolutely love. From
Roadkill Rampage?
Yes.
Yeah. We just wrapped up issue 4, and I think they said that the Kickstarter is May 9th. So that'll be coming. But,
yes, that means that's a twofer of you and Ronnie both on the show.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I love, because that whole story was, he let me just have as much fun on the pages as I possibly could. He goes, hey, make this muddy, make this bloody, have her, when she's yelling, spittle flying out of her mouth. Like, he let me go ham on it. And I'm like, this is where I shine. When I have to keep it clean and crisp and all that, like, I hate technical drawings. I hate it. So I'm like, if I have to break out the ruler and straight edges and template, I'm like, God, this sucks. I want to freehand everything and just have it flow. So yeah,
and those are the best kind of projects, when you can just like let it go and let the creativity just fly.
Yep. And I'm doing that now with Chad too, with the colors. Like, I send him a sheet. He has the script, but I give him, like, all he really needs to know is color notes. Like, hey, it's this character. This is the mood I'm looking for. It's night, it's day, whatever. Just real quick, snapshots. And if he needs to refer back to the script, he can. But when it comes to certain things, I'm like, hey, I know what it's like as a creator to be handcuffed to you have to do it this way. And
this is
you
the way
start
it's
stressing.
done.
Yeah, you start stressing because you're like, oh, am I going to do this right? Whereas, hey, Chad, have fun with the colors on this. Make them I actually hey, the whole background, I don't have a plan for it. Have fun with it. And he goes, hey, you said have fun with it. And I'm like, you did. And it's beautiful. So when you let the artist actually have, creative freedom, it's awesome. And the best thing with Chad is, not only is he a killer colorist, but he's actually just an artist. He illustrates his own series. He's got his own, line of stuff. And I'm like, he just does one small part, which is why I wanted him to do a cover, and he did. And for 24 hours, he knocked out a full cover from pencil. Like when we launched the Kickstarter, he had just a thumbnail. By the end of the next day, I had a full cover to promote. I'm like, that was the fastest turnaround ever. I thought I was fast at 4 days for a cover.
He killed it.
Well, you beat me, so that's it. But it was an honor to have him. I wanted to showcase not only can he do colors, but he can also do illustration. And we've already started talking about the second book for issue 2. Like, hey, here's what we're doing. Maybe you have ideas ready for cover 2, because I let him come up with the concepts.
Mm-hmm.
I just let him know, like, hey, we may want to feature this. Oh, Mess Comics says hi. I'm not a goat.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
JV, I'm not a goat.
Says you.
Will Mess Comics be at Gym City?
Oh.
Yeah, Jay, are you coming to Gym City?
I need to know.
I need to know.
Yeah, you do. You need to know.
I need to know.
So, but yeah, it's. I think so. Cool. Yeah, there it is.
So this is Chad's cover.
That's Chad Shodell's cover. He is one heck of a guy. What's funny is I met him. We need Amy to make cookies. You're requesting cookies at Gym City.
I need cookies.
Yay, cookies!
I'll make sure we bring batches of cookies.
Yummy.
Yeah. I've already promised.
That's your payment for the hotel room, Adam.
That's right. Mrs. Fields cookies. Jay is asking. Amanda's asking. Dennis is asking. I think all of Twitch is asking right now.
Wait.
She said yes.
Okay. Why have you not done artwork for this and sell cookies at your desk that says Mrs. Fields Cookies?
I know. Here, the funny thing is, she is such a good cook.
Sponsored by Midnight Studios.
And I told her, I'm like, anytime I try something good, my famous line is, we could sell this. It's just, she just doesn't. She just wants to do it.
But Amy, Mrs. Fields Cookies, look, you're not old, but that sounds like Granny's cookies.
No. If you really want to sound like Granny's cookies, you got to say it's Mama Fields cookies.
There is a Mrs. Fields cookies already on the market, but she could label it the real Mrs. Fields, she said. And snub
Midnight Fields cookies, then. There, you can find the two of you together. Your Midnight Studios and your last name, Midnight Fields.
Right? I know. And the thing is, she not only makes cookies, she makes her homemade marshmallows. Which are delicious. She makes her own vanilla, which I didn't know was just vanilla bean and vodka.
I need marshmallow.
Right. So I think we're going to have to make goodie bags for the ones at Gym City.
Please, yep. Amy, I love you.
No, I'll make sure she does that.
So this cover is badass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 24 hours. And that's including the spray paint in the back. I don't even know how he does the spray paint. I really don't. He just does it. As you saw on the first page, there's graffiti everywhere, and I'm like, that's killer.
Yes.
Because the first time I worked with him on colors was on a book called The Blue Coat Missionary, issue 2. And that's for a nonprofit up in the Cleveland area. And he did the colors on that. And I told him, hey, this overpass here, it's like a rundown overpass. It's a scene on there. And I said, add some spray paint stuff. He went ham on it, and it looked like an actual overpass somewhere where it was tagged and then retagged and tagged. So I don't know how he does it, but I'm so glad he nailed that aesthetic, especially on the cover. So I just had to have this. But yeah, he got it. So 24 hours turnaround on a cover. That's insane.
Now I'll tell you this. I know that one of your tier rewards is an 11x17 foil print. But this here, dude, that was really cool.
He already knows he has my permission to sell prints of that So
Chad, make it foil. Chad,
yeah.
Oh no. Chad, limited edition, only so many, numbered metal.
Metal. Oh, I'm certain. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
that'd be
definitely
good.
message him and be like, "Hey, you are being requested."
Magnetized.
He'll get it.
Like,
He'll
put
get
like
a
a thing
kick
on
out
the
of
wall,
that.
magnetize it.
Oh yeah.
That thing as a poster in metal would be stellar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
He's just.
I didn't know how bad and awesome metal prints were till last year, and I got a Vampire Hunter D one.
Mm-hmm. They're sweet.
And now when I see something that looks really graphically awesome like this, I'm just like, I need that in metal.
Yeah. My friend Beth, known as the Chalk Girl, she makes her own metal prints, and she actually sent me 2 of artwork that I sponsored her channel with, of Venom and Carnage. They're up on my wall. I get a look at them every day. They are 2 of my favorite prints that I own of my own, and it's just because the metal really pops. So yeah.
Just a question: do you have a big cover of your cover? Because I can't find one. Oh, there. Never mind. I found it. Never mind. I found it. I just had to go a little. I had to go a little bit further down. There it is.
Oh yeah, there he is. Look at all those chains.
Chad's is really cool, and I love it. But Adam, this is your cover, and this is my fave out of the 2.
That is my cover, and that is a lot of chains I drew.
Now,
so many.
One of the reasons why I really dig this cover is, one, where his has the glowing eye. His gives off werewolf horror monster movie.
Mm-hmm.
Straight off the bat. But yours, you can see the human still within the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And the weight and the pressure of his, whatever this is, this amulet,
yep,
weighing him down.
Oh yeah.
There is so much in this right here that I can't help but already love and adore it. Like I said, Chad's is absolutely gorgeous, and Chad's would make a great metal print. But dude, a print of this would be awesome too, because of how, like I said, I've read the entire Prowl series, right. So I this just puts a little bit more of that impact of what I've already read, and and everything that we've discussed, because we've already kind of discussed these things. That he's the good guy, he's not the bad guy. So seeing the human within his eye, like this is the cover that the people who know a little bit about the story, this is their cover. And then people who are going in as a horror comic fan, Chad's cover is the cool cover. And I think that's really cool that the 2 of you kind of have both aspects of the comic represented in each of the covers.
I like that you can see more representative of which of the artists is between like each one. You can definitely tell that this is a work from Adam.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I even told him, I'm like, hey, if you're doing the cover, I want you to do it all. I don't want to have any part in it, like, because him and I are working together on the interiors. I said, but I want your voice to be heard, like your style, go with it. He has the character models. He knows what they look like 360. So. I said, have fun with it. Like that's my ultimate goal for anybody is have fun. I mean, that I didn't get into this industry to be serious. I got in here to have as much fun with life as possible.
But I think that's one of the reasons why people still gravitate to Kickstarters and independent creators like yourself. Like you said, one of the things that you've enjoyed about working with Rodney, working with Victor, and still working within this independent comic realm is, the ability to be expressive, and you guys get to work off your ideas. They're intuitive enough, just like you have been with Chad, to understand, okay, this is the feel, this is, this is my vision. work with that, and then they have a field day, and it's almost like they're already in your head and they just expand upon what you already have in your head. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are gravitating more and more to the independent comics, because, and don't get me wrong, I still love Marvel, I still love DC, I will always, enjoy the characters that they've created, but they're very, it's got to be this way, it's got to be, to the T, cross your T's, dot your I's, it's got to be this.
It's got to be representative of what's coming out in the movies soon.
Right.
Yeah.
And with independent comics, there's still this freedom of, I'm creating and expressing and telling my story and wanting to share this. Not, okay, we've dotted every I, we've crossed every T, let's get it out there.
And Papa Disney is happy with what we've done. Okay, let's do this.
Yep. The mouse can write the check. All right.
No, this is too bright and vibrant for Disney.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I've said this multiple times, and I'll keep preaching it. It's the independent market in independent comics, and even independent, films and stuff. Music, all that. You feel the passion in it. Whereas if I read a Batman book or a Venom book or anything that's in the mainstream, you get a cool story, you get okay art. I was talking with Kyle Holtz one time, and he goes, what's hard is he puts a lot of effort into every cover he does. He's insane, and
he's
he goes,
brilliant.
He's very brilliant, and he's like, it kind of sucks because you do this amazing cover, then you open it, and the artwork inside is mediocre.
Yeah.
And it's because they're trying to knock out as many books as they can in record times. Therefore, they're cutting corners, and it's not up to par. So with us indie guys, we actually care. Like, that's why I decided I'm going to remaster this. I've taken almost a year and a half, even with moving, to remaster and develop character sheets and backstories and futures and possible spinoffs and all sorts of stuff because I wanted to have a future.
And you've picked people's brains, but like, okay, well, I want to develop this character. Can you give me some tips on this, things like that? And I think that's brilliant. You're not just going, okay, so what's cool in the demographic? This, okay, so we'll make a character be this. No.
Yeah.
It's like, what's your idea for this? This is a good idea. Okay, let's run with that and see where it goes.
Yep.
Write that down.
And it's never a reskin. It's never a reskin of an existing character. Like, okay, Spider-Man is our biggest asset. What can we do? Throw him on everything. Make him this, make him this, make him this. And it's like, you're not giving any of these demographics their own characters.
What do you mean there's only so many places?
Hey, let's start the Peter Parker story all over again. So he's still a teenager. Okay, no.
Meanwhile, Uncle Ben's like, again?
How many times do I have to get shot, man?
So yeah, it's like, come up with something new, it's in the same vein as Spider-Man or same vein as Batman. It's
let's just put it this way. At this point, the comics are doing the same thing that Disney's doing to their freaking animated movies. It's like, oh my God.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
Different day.
I've stopped watching a lot of Disney movies just because it's like, I don't get it.
What's the movie that everybody likes to talk about? Encanto. Something new, something fresh, great music.
Awesome.
It's got
representation. Talking about Bruno. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Y'all need to stop that, okay? Because that ain't the best song in that daggone movie anyway.
Go ahead and tell me what's the best song.
Best song in that movie? Surface Pressure.
Yes, because also there's a independent rock band that did a cover to it. I think they're called is it I Prevail? She's not listening. Anyway, who sings Surface Pressure cover? Oh, she doesn't know.
I don't care. Somebody finally agrees with me. Surface Pressure is
it's awesome. The lead singer, I believe, is a UPS driver, and he's in this cover band. That guy. So,
that guy.
So, but yeah, it is the best cover I've ever heard, and I love that song. That is by far the number one song I think out of the Disney soundtrack, besides the Descendants songs. I'm obsessed with the Descendants.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, like let's face it, all the songs in that movie are phenomenal.
We thinking about No Resolve? Sorry, I got sent down a
Yes,
rabbit
that's
hole.
it. No Resolve. That's them.
Okay. Hey, I found it.
That's them. Yeah,
I
it is
mean,
amazing.
all the songs in that are absolutely amazing. And I get it. I know why we don't talk about Bruno is like number one, because it's the hit, catchy song.
Because it's catchy, yeah.
But I'll be honest, that the beginning song where she's introduced to the family and the kids are like, but what about yours? And let's go over here. But what about yours? No, we're going to go here. Like, that was a great introduction and a great way to actually bring you into the movie, to introduce you to the characters and everything. And I would say this, but for me, the first one is definitely Surface Pressure. And the second one definitely has to be What Else Can I Do? When the perfect sister goes, I made something pointy and prickly and sharp. Holy crap, I could be an individual. No. But what made that is it was something new and it was something fresh. And hold on. Spoiler in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave now. There's no damn villain, which was so refreshing.
Yep.
It was refreshing when they did it then, but they keep doing it over and over and over again, and it's kind of.
But you know what, though? Yeah, the story is a story that's been told many times. Be yourself. Learn to express your feelings and to be able to go and talk to people. Because if you hold everything in, that pressure is going to pop. You can't be perfect. You can't hold everything on your shoulders. You know, trying to live up to people's expectations is going to kill you in the end and destroy everything that you hold precious to you. And that's a story that's been told countless times. But I don't care if they retell an old story like that, as long as they do it inventively like this. You can bring in a villain, or hell, don't even bring them in as a villain, because like everybody's like, oh, Bruno's the villain. No, he's not. He's misunderstood.
No. Wait, what?
Wow, no, when you first watch it, you're expecting Bruno to be the villain. But there is no
villain. They make him out to be this really bad guy when really it was all a misunderstanding.
Yeah. And I think it was brilliantly done. And then, everybody, people are like, oh, because there's a lot of places nowadays that it's all about, oh, well, you have to have your okay, well, that had representation. Because that, but to me, I just love the music. It's animated beautifully. It's a well-written story, and it was something new, something fresh, and I loved it. Even Raya in The Last Dragon wasn't too bad, even though it reminded me too much of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I didn't get
Avatar and The Last Dragon Bender.
I didn't get too many Avatar vibes off of it.
I did.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
But I think, if people would start focusing on, let's stop remaking things, and let's let these people tell these stories. Like Prowl is a great story. It would make a great Netflix series, or even I see more. What would be really cool is if Prowl ever gets picked up to be an animated series. Because there's so much that you could do with animation that you can't do with live action.
Oh yeah. You have the whole freedom to really bring some stuff to life, 3D. Yeah.
I think it'd be good, because the one thing is with animation, nothing gets held back. So like you can get the expressions through with, his eyes and things like that, that you may not be able to completely do in live action. Because, we see too many mistakes with CGI, or, oh, let's make this so realistic, huh? Let's not do that.
Honestly, I can see Prowl being done as like this is probably like a very niche animator, but like done in the style of like Ralph Bakshi, where it looks kind of rough, but it looks really amazing.
See, I love that style. I like, one of my favorite artists is actually a dear friend of mine, Stuart Sager. I love his loose, wild colors, very, very loose line art. It's beautifully done. And I love that loose line. I think back to Linkin Park's music video, that kind of animation style. I love that.
Stuart is great, and I love watching him work.
It's so funny.
He's so adorable. It's like there are people in this industry, like we mentioned, Kyle Holtz. Great. He looks so intimidating.
Very. The biggest teddy bear ever.
I remember because, last year was the first year I started doing these things that I'm doing right now to help out Gym City with promoting.
Yes.
Mhm.
And let's face it, some of the profile pictures on the website don't do you guys justice.
There's one I want to send you where I'm sleeping at a table.
I'll do it.
That'd be hilarious. I know you would. I think I'll probably update that for next year.
What did I do? Hold on. I gotta find it. Hold
Bless
on.
you.
It's here somewhere. I know I reached out to him. There it is. Okay. So I was going through and I was like, hello, Mr. Holtz. My name is Amanda. I work for Jesse. I'm doing all the promo stuff this year. And the photo we have of you as well, to say the least, old.
Say the least, out of date.
I was like, I found these really. Here's one where you're all dressed up. And then I found these other two photos. One with him wearing a Boba Fett helmet and one with him covered in fake blood holding a katana. I was like, can I use either of these two? Because that'd be a lot more fun and expressive. He's like, you can have any picture you want. Yeah. I really like you now. Because I was so...
He's got a beard now, too. So, like, any of those photos, go for it.
It's just one of those things, because it's like because you could tell when I go to reach out to somebody, and Jesse always makes fun of me if I don't know the person personally. Obviously, I'm going to be very professional to give off that, hi, my name is, I work for, I'm trying to do this. I would like, these are the pictures. I thought this could be fun and campy, or we could go more serious if that's what you would like for that to be. I'd be like, yo, Adam, I found this picture. I'm using it. Bye.
The good old days of when Amanda didn't know you and actually was being nice.
Yeah, no, that's my thing. Like, there's one where I'm eating a donut. I mean, use that. I don't care.
I would.
If I post it on Facebook, chances are I don't care if it's used for a promo, because that's going to let people know right away when they meet me, this guy's not serious.
And I think that's one of the things is, like, a lot of people send in, like, these really serious profiles. And
headshots, yeah. Professionally done headshots. I'm like, I'm not paying someone to take my picture. I have a phone and I can take a selfie.
Yeah. Oh. Just take a selfie. You've got like a burger in your mouth. Just like peace sign. Move on. There you go.
Well, it just, I don't know. It just gives that more vibe of, you're human. You're an individual. You're approachable when you do stuff like that. In my opinion.
And I like donuts.
Serious constantly.
And and Daddy likes donuts.
They might bring me a donut. I don't know.
Because, I mean, hell, what was it? Dennis, I used one where we're all dressed up in costumes for our promotional for last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just what I do. I want that. It's kind of like how I approach this show. Gem City's, even though it is a decent sized convention, being 2 days and everything, it's still supposed to be an approachable way to be able to meet people. There's not uber long lines at a lot of people's tables. Everybody should be approachable, and I want to get that vibe of, yo, you want to come to a place where you can meet comic creators or something like that. Be approachable. Same way that I kind of try to do with the vibe of this, and the same way like you try to do with you and the stuff that you do, Adam. Even your comics still have this inviting feel to them.
Yeah, that's the whole, hospitality is one of the biggest things that I focus on at cons, because I guess just because the con's not around anymore. Wizard World, for example, we were guests at Wizard World, and like the vibe there from people that had just walked through the door, just me by saying, hey, how are you? They're like, I'm just looking. I'm like, I'm just saying hi. But it's because they were nickel and dime all the way from the ticket to the food to the, you had to get this beer stein. You had to get this. You had to buy your autograph tickets. Like, they were in about a couple $100 before they even walked in to see everybody.
Right.
I'm just saying hi. Like, that's the way I always am. But like at Gym City, and other relatively not small shows, but
medium
focus shows, focus shows on the comics. It's like you say hi to someone, they're more willing to talk. I'm not one of those guys that go, hey, let me give you a spiel. Here's my prices. Blah blah. I'm not a salesman. I'm an artist. Like,
you go to Adam's table, you're gonna probably need a few of Amy. You're probably gonna eat a few of Amy's cookies, because you're gonna be there a while. Make sure that you take a drink and that you make sure that you go to the bathroom before you go to Adam's table.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I mean, you're going to be there talking because we're just going to have a good time. And honestly, one of the things I really like is I went to one of my very first cons was Cincinnati Expo, and that was just when I was walking around. I hadn't even created the idea for Prowl like yet.
Isn't
I
that
was
where
just
we met?
probably,
I think
but I was
most
just
everybody that I talk to now, that's where we met because I used to work for that show.
yeah. Probably, and that's actually where I met Chad too. But I was just a guest. My cousin had extra tickets, and he was promoting a hunt he was working at, and I wanted to meet Jason David Frank. So that's where I met him, and I'm like, this is awesome. I kind of want to do this. So that's where I started to really work out my comic book, as I was working in a marketing job at the time, and I didn't like it. Like I had reached the height of my career there, and I'm like, I love the company, but I can't see
There's
myself
nothing
doing
more I
this.
can. There's nothing more that I can
No.
accomplish.
And
here.
I was told there's nothing more I can do. So right there, you just killed my morale. So I'm like, all right, let's do
Hey,
this.
thanks
So,
for helping me make my decision for me, guys.
Yeah.
right? And then she was
Made this
shocked when I
decision
put in
easy.
my 2 weeks.
What? You're leaving? Well, you just told me
And
there's
then-
nowhere else for me to go. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do another 20 years with the exact same thing. Like,
No. So,
No.
after a while, Jim and Dan opened their comic shop, and they invited me to set up at their Comic Con.
Mhm.
And I did one show, and then the next year I did 23. So, and Gym City was an accident. My goal was to set up at Gym City because to me that was like the big one. I saw it on commercials. I had heard about the great Gym City Comic Con. Everybody that I had set up with at the previous shows talked about Gym City. And when I was there, I went with my family on Saturday, and Dan from Jim and Dan's had talked to me. He goes, "Hey, you want me to introduce you to Jesse, the owner?" I said, "Yeah, that'd be nice." And he introduced me. He goes, "Hey, I noticed there was a couple empty tables. Would you want one tomorrow?" And I said, I don't know. And Amy goes, "You're going to take that table, and you're setting
But
up tomorrow.
Amy.
We'll go home." Yeah, definitely.
go for
So
Amy.
she right, vote for Amy. She rocked. So yeah, they got me in, and ever since then, that's where I met Erica and started doing covers for her, and it's been every
What
year
was your
since.
first Gym City? Where were we at?
The Dayton Convention Center.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was the first year at that because the previous year I think it was still at the Student Union.
Because
yeah.
we used to be in the gym room. There was the student union, the gym room, and then we finally got the Dayton Convention Center. Because
Yeah,
I
I think
started
this
back
was-
when we had the gym room. That's when I
Oh,
started
wow.
working for Jesse. I worked
Okay.
for the Cincinnati Comic Expo, and I left there. And that was like the funniest thing ever. Is there was a bidding war to get Amanda to go to their show.
Really?
At the time, the person who actually won was I don't know if you remember Charlie Rambles, who used to run
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got me, and then when he decided to sell it to the guy Jared, who runs Lexus the Toy
Jared.
Comic Expo, Jesse came in and went yoink. But
She's mine now.
but
Yep.
it's actually really fun because with these conventions, I've gotten to meet so many amazing people like you, Adam, and the fact that I've learned that just go up and talk to people.
Yeah, that's really it. I don't get starstruck anymore. I mean, at shows I've worked with Echo, who played Mr. Terrific on Arrow. I did his shirt designs for him. We've sat at the bar in Huntington, West Virginia, with Kevin Nash, and heard him just chatting. I sat, and then Dickie Beer, who was one of the stuntmen for Boba Fett, and another gentleman who played a stormtrooper on Mandalorian, were sitting across from us. Had the Power Rangers, Bulk and Skull, and a few other cast members sitting. Like, it's just, you just talk to them as normal people.
Yeah.
If they're out in public like that, don't make it weird. But like, hey, how are you? How's your family? they hear all day about who they are. They know who they are.
I will
But
always as a popsicle for a few minutes after meeting someone that I don't think will ever change. So Cincinnati Comic Expo, I'm getting everybody off of the plane. Riku Browning, the last of the great classic Universal monster movies. He played the creature in the Black Lagoon. Was in there. He was on the guest list. I was cool. I was calm. I was collective. I got him on the shuttle to the hotel room. The shuttle left, and I went.
Yes, you can absolutely do that.
Or they a lot of they're okay. Really, that's cool. Adam and I have been to a lot of conventions, from non-celebrity ones to celebrity ones. And some celebrities are really cool and really cool people. They just want to talk and be treated like anybody else. There are some that are so high profile you ain't even gonna get to sneeze near them. You breathe their air.
I must have a bowl of specifically picked green M&Ms, and I will not get to the floor unless it's ready.
Yeah, no kidding.
If it is not 86 degrees with a heated floor mat, I'm not there. Nope, can't do it.
So
I'm bougie now.
No way.
So, for Adam, and on the shows that you've been to, has there ever actually been a celebrity that terrified you?
Not terrified, but disappointed. Yes, terrified. Like where I was like shaking to meet him. Probably my very first one was Jason David Frank. That was my very first celebrity I met. But he made it so inviting because one, he wasn't at his table, and we're all waiting in line for him, and we're thinking he's going to make some big grand entrance. No, he pokes his head out of the curtain right behind us. He goes, "Hey, how are you guys doing?" And I'm like, "Oh my God!" Like. He's right there. Yes, R.I.P. That broke my heart. But he is still to this day one of my favorite meets, and I'm honored that I have his autograph right up there with original artwork that I did.
Great guy.
So, yeah, and then another one was Kari Payton, King Ezekiel from Walking Dead. That dude treated me as if we were old roommates. He was so excitable at Indiana Comic-Con when he popped out. I did a drawing for my mom, and I got it autographed. And he made it personalized to her. I said, "Hey, this is actually for my mom." He goes, "Oh, what's her name?" I said, "It's Tina." So he wrote, "To Tina of Eaton, welcome to the kingdom." And he drew a little paw print on. I'm like, he made it. He made it. So yeah, it's really cool to meet people like that. Now there were, like you said, there were some where, they were like, you have to stand back. I just paid you like $80 for an autograph, and they're just like, "Here's a selfie, thank you," and then like that's it. No talking.
If you get to, a lot of them will only charge you like an extra $5 for the selfie nowadays.
Yeah, it's like, come on. So yeah, so there, Henry Winkler was probably one of the wildest ones because I bumped into him at Cincinnati. I didn't know how close I was to the celebrity side, and I'm just looking around, taking in like who's all here, and I bump. I went, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir." He's standing outside of his table. He goes, "Oh no, you're fine." I went, "Oh, Mr. Fonz, what's up?" Like, that's cool.
Hey, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Hey, oh man.
He was just hanging out by himself, doing his thing. So it's a whole different atmosphere when they're there.
Oh yeah,
it really is.
What about you, Dennis? Any really cool celebrity stories?
I met a wrestler with a friend of mine named Booker T. Back
then. Booker T?
Yes.
Dude.
Yep. So my buddy is like starstruck and going crazy and all this other stuff. And I was just there because he'd paid to do it. I didn't have the money to actually like talk to any of the celebrities, so I was just there to take his picture. So I'm being quiet. I'm letting him get it all out, and he's talking to my friend, and I take the picture, and he goes. And he just looks at me and goes, "Oh, shoot, man, I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. You've been so quiet and patient. What's up, man?" And I shook his hand. I was like, "Hey, man, thanks. You should have gone over Triple H at Mania." And I just walked away. And all I hear as I walk away is he goes, "That's awesome. Thanks, man." And then the next morning, as it's like Sunday, and he had to go up to Ohio for a pay-per-view or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in the lobby. I'm in the lobby. He hasn't seen me. And across the lobby, I just shout, "Hey, Booker, should have gone over Triple H at Mania." And he just goes, comes over and gives me a knuckle touch and goes on.
That is cool. I would say the coolest one I've ever met, John Reese Davies.
Ooh.
He was so adorable. Just don't tell him you believe in ghosts. He'll straight up tell you you're stupid. But he went to sign something and he accidentally smudged it with his hand. He's like, "Oh, well, let me get you another one." I was like, "No, this one's okay." And he's like, "Okay." I was like, "It'll be for my dad." "Well, my DNA's in there. No cloning me." I was like, "No promises, give." And
no
then,
promises, man, no.
And then Dennis was tased for his trouble. True story. I met Donald Driver at Target when I was 10. We made small talk because I wanted to know what he was buying, and then he left and she said, "Oh, that was Donald Driver." And then I went, "That was Donald Driver?"
Yeah, Donald Driver goes to Target. That's crazy.
But it was funny because I was like, "No promises." And then he saw that I had an old VHS tape of the Lost World that he was in. And not the Jurassic Park Lost World, but the old 80s Lost World that he was in. And he's like, "Can I have this?" And I went, "No, that's mine." He's like, "But I need this." "No, that's mine. You're going to sign it and give it back." He hounded me the entire show asking me if he could have the VHS. I was like, "You've already signed it. It's mine." I still have a jersey my mom got a special order for me because I grew out of my previous one. That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Scariest story, Marina Sirtis.
Really?
She scared the shit out of me. Lovely lady, by the way. Now that
just intimidating person.
So I was told when I went to go get other people off of the planes, Marina Sirtis will be getting on this flight. You are not to look at her, talk to her, do anything. She has a personal driver. Don't do anything with her. Don't even look at her. Okay. So we're standing there. I'm in my Expo blazer shirt. Her driver's there with her nameplate. Did she go up behind you and say boo? No. She comes off of the plane and she is angry. She's so angry. And she stops. She looks at the driver. She looks at me. She looks at the driver. She looks at me. And she beelines straight to me. And I'm like, "Oh, shit."
No eye contact. No eye contact.
No eye contact.
Yeah.
Look at the ground. Look at the ground.
And she goes, "Who are you? What's your name?" "My name's Amanda." "I don't have my itinerary. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. That's sent to me right away." "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am." She scared the living crap out of me. I was just so like, I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm going to get in trouble." But she talked to me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. And I'm like messaging.
She initiated.
And then my boss is all like, "I told you not." She came to me. Okay. She came to me.
She jumped at me, man.
Third day of the show, because this is a 3-day show that I was working at the time. I had no sleep, no food. All I had was Diet Coke for the whole weekend. And I crashed almost right in front of her table. She picks me up. She asks if I'm okay. She goes, "You're the girl from the airport." I was like, "Yeah," because the staff that was supposed to be at the show all didn't show up. So I had to run 3 sections with my 2 volunteers.
Jesus.
It was so, and she's like, "First off, you're amazing. Second off, you look a little pale." I was like, "I just haven't been able to eat. It's been a really busy show. We've had a lot of things to do." She's like, No. And then later, after she had left the table, she's like, "Honey, when I'm in work mode, I don't eat. Even here, I'll go 2 days on a weekend. I'll forget to eat the whole weekend. Fuel will tell you." And then I'm like, "Oh, I forgot to eat because I was too busy working." It's just something that I end up doing. But she was so nice, and she got me some food, and she was very nice. And it was a complete change from where she terrified me at the airport. And I understand that it was, she didn't mean to terrify me. She was just frustrated. The flight was delayed. She needed a cigarette really badly. and I get it. I do. That was very nice. Oh wait, it even gets better. So I wait for her to leave, and I go to get a couple of prints. And she comes back, and I'm handing the guy the money. And she goes, no. And I was like, well, let me at least. And she slaps the money out of my hand. She goes, next time I tell you no, you will listen to me. Okay. I just need these
Slaps the money.
I just need these two. I just want two. So it was funny because I was terrified. My boss had me so terrified of her that I thought she was going to be like this major diva-esque type person. And she ended up being one of the nicest people I've ever met. Actually, to be precise, food needs everyone. Without someone to eat it, it serves no purpose and becomes useless. Then it's prostitute.
The best thing ever.
That's why it gets moldy.
Your
'cause it
chat's
cries so
awesome.
much.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah.
That's
No.
awesome. Yeah. Like I love when they're that chill, you know. Probably the coolest dude that I met besides Jason was Matthew Lillard. It was actually my son.
Matthew Lillard. I would love to meet Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, it was at Horror Hound, and the only reason I set up at Horror Hound, I got in with Bell Book and Comic. They brought me as like one of their guest artists, and the only reason I really took it was to get my son Zach to meet Matthew, and the whole cast of Scream was there, which is my favorite franchise of all time is Scream.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hey, so I did a Ghostface drawing, and I had one of the action figures, and I did a little remark of Ghostface on there. And when we were waiting in line, we were like the third people in line. I said, Zach, we're going to go an hour early. I don't care if I'm away from my table. We're going to wait an hour early, or we're going to wait an hour and possibly be cut off and not see him, and it's a waste. I said, I'd rather get there early, whatever. So we're waiting. And so they start cheering, and Jamie Kennedy showed up, then Skeet Ulrich, and then all of a sudden I look behind us in the line, which was out the door. He's walking through the line, zigzagging, high-fiving everybody. And he's a tall guy. I'm not that tall. My son is 6'3". Okay, so he gets him up to us. He high-fives Zach. He high-fives me. He has to like kneel down. Hey, here you go, bud. And I'm like, hey, cool. Well, he gets up there and he's starts signing some of the VIP stuff. Here comes Nev Campbell. She's bringing him coffee, and he called her sweetheart, and she goes, she makes his coffee for him. He gives him a hug, and he says, I'm like, that's so cool. Like, they are, the camaraderie they have was awesome. Then we get up to him, and I hand him, the stuff that I wanted to sign, which was, my action figure and my piece. He goes, hey, did you draw this? I'm like, yeah. He goes, awesome. He goes, it's really good. And he goes, who's this handsome guy? I'm like, oh, this is my son, Zach. He goes, what's up, buddy? And he goes, man, aren't you handsome? Like, looking eye to eye with, and I'm in the background going, okay.
Matthew Lillard's gonna steal your son.
Yeah, I'm going, this is really cool. Like, I'm the big fan, but I'm gonna let my son have his moment. So that was his very first interaction with a celebrity, and thank God Matthew was the kindest, most genuine. He took his time and chatted, and I'm like, and my son was like, you could tell he was like geeking out over it, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. So he got our pictures and everything. I'm like, yeah, that was a proud dad moment. So
trying to bring my Stardew Valley into my podcast fuel, and his name is Lewis, not Lenny. Jesus,
Lenny.
Oh, for whatever reason, I started like looking at that, and it said something about Lenny. I'm like, why are we talking about The Simpsons?
There's a scene in Stardew Valley when you meet up with the homeless guy and you get enough hearts with him that there's a scene where he takes you to the tent. There's some really weird noises, but he's actually making you special baits that you can use for fishing. And Fuel has been enjoying my Stardew Valley playthrough on YouTube, making fun of everything. Which I found out Erica plays Stardew Valley. So I'm gonna have to do a dual stream with her, and we're gonna both have to play. I'm gonna make her do it. Then she'll have to join my Discord. Oh,
His name is Linus. You already forgot poor Lenny, so unappreciated.
Lewis was the mayor. See, you got me all kerfuffled. But that is cool that you're saying that's really cool. Like I said, when you get to go to these shows and get to meet people, and they're just so cool and awesome, and You know, I've seen some celebrities. They're like, oh well, they're like, no, I'm gonna talk to these people. I want them to get their money's worth. Is cool. And don't get me wrong, I realize that there are some celebrities out there that they can't do that. That's because their publicist or whatever says no, you're not allowed to. It's
Right.
not always the celebrity's fault. There are some that are like that, and but knowing which ones are and aren't, you kind of have to work at the show to get more of like that backstage thing,
Mhm.
because you can really see if it's the celebrity or if it's their publicist that's doing it.
Yeah.
And then there's
That's
the
I found like the ones that are just kind of like the super divas, the like really mean ones, are kind of the exception to the rule, not the rule itself. Most people that are
Yeah.
going to these cons, they see all their fans and they're just like, wow, people really liked what I did. Hey, thank you for liking what I did.
right.
Like,
And are super
you know,
appreciative.
When you go
I'm not
and
a
you spend the
celebrity.
money, because
Yeah.
because a lot of the celebrities realize you're spending how much to get into the show, plus there's your hotel room, plus there's your travel, plus you need to eat, unless you're Amanda and
Yep.
you forget to do that shit. And then there's the cost, which, you know, I remember back in the days when I first started going to conventions, getting a celebrity's autograph was like $10. Now
Mhm.
it's like 100.
Yeah.
Like, wow,
Depending on the
inflation.
celebrity, yeah, it's like 100.
I mean,
Yeah.
I remember getting a Shell's Nichols for like $10, $10-$20. I was like, now,
We had one.
well, now
We had
not at
dinner
all,
next
but
to her.
yeah.
We had dinner
But,
next to her at Cincinnati.
Found out she's a Star Wars fan. She loves Star Wars. Cool.
Yep.
But and then
Yeah.
like, but for that small amount, you got to talk to celebrities, shake their hand, you got your print, and a lot of times they will let you get the selfie. Then you have other ones that it's like, okay, well, you know, I know you got nickeled and dimed all the way here, but it's the print plus the autograph plus if you want the selfie and if you want to shake, and it's like,
You want to breathe the same air of them.
don't get me wrong, I still like your work, but that's just too damn expensive.
Yeah. No way. And that's where I keep my mindset, is in that, like, people paid to be there, so I want them to have an experience, and I want it to be a good one, especially if they come to talk to me, or if they just happen to stumble upon my table. So Gym City, I try to have a big presence there. I always get a corner table, and one, it's because I have so much that I want to showcase there, but I want something for everybody, especially if they're coming there, and it's almost a hometown show, so I like coming home to do my.
The reason why he needs the corner table is there's so many people stuck there as he's doing story time.
Story time, yeah. You know, oh, let me start over. You guys just got here, so yeah. It's just that. Also, I try to make it a family event. So there's 4 of us, and I'll never forget. I don't even know if you know this. One year it was when Eric and I had our 2 L's together. Then there was like that back row. There was a couple empty tables, and nobody showed up. And I don't like empty tables near me. It looks bad. Anyone that goes to a show knows an empty table could kill your traffic. So what we did was we said, "Hey boys, go sit over there." My little one, I said, "Why don't you guys draw some sketch cards?" I gave some little blank sketch cards and had them like just draw, you know, whatever. Feel free to put stuff out for $1, whatever. Well, my oldest goes, "I don't think I'm going to do that." I'm like, okay. Well, my youngest one, the entrepreneur that he is, and the manager he is, I don't want to say dictator, but he can be. So he walks up, he goes, "Can I have another piece of paper?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "How do you spell commission?" I went, so I spelled it, and I said, "Well, it's right here." What are you doing? So he makes his own little sign, and he's selling commissions. There's a really funny part to this story. So he puts out these little sketches, and I think he was selling for like $2 or something. People were buying them. So he's making his older brother hold his money. So he's like, "Here, thank you. And he's over there being a vendor, and Gym City didn't even know it. But here's the best part. Out of that little packet, apparently I had done a little sketch in there, and I forgot about it. He sold it. Some guy goes, "Well, this one looks different." It was Galactus. He goes, "Well, this is really good. Who did this?" He goes, "My dad." He goes, "Well, who's your dad?" He goes, "That guy right there." And he points right, and I'm talking to someone else. Don't even notice it. My wife's talking to someone else. And he goes, "And it's $1?" He goes, "Yep." he sold one of my original pencils for $1, and I didn't even know it. Had no clue. So there's someone out there with an original sketch of Galactus for $1 that he bought off my son that I did. And I'm like, I couldn't be mad at him. I said that I didn't know it was in there, so you're good, dude.
Hey, fair game.
He keeps the money. So yeah, he's a little entrepreneur. So Santa this year brought him all sketch cards.
Son, I need you to steal some more of Dad's original artwork. I'll be at your table this year.
Right. So I'm hoping they'll be able to come down with me for Gym City this year, because now we're about 3.5 hours away. It's a bit of a hike, but if they can come down, I would love it because they have a good time. I let them walk around. I know my oldest will probably be with me because I'm going to try to bring him down so he can see his mom and Eaton. And then I'll just take him back after the con, but we'll see. But yeah, Gym City's just we know everybody there, so it's nice for them to walk around, and they come back with free stuff. Like, what? So and so gave me this. So yeah, they're awesome
bag
kids.
Of stuff that people just gave me.
Where do I what can I say? Because that's me walking through the convention floor.
Yeah, I know. Like, people just, here you go. I guess you just got to bat your eyes at them.
Well, it's because people know. It's one of the nice things about the fact that we are kind of centered in knowing this community and knowing everybody. It's like, if I put my logo on you and nobody knows who you are, but they see my logo, you don't know it, but 9 times out of 10, you're getting a discount at a table because you have my logo on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And trust me, they're going to know if you're with me or not, because they're going to see me interact with you. And if I see you with my logo on and you're not one of mine.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
Who are you? Oh, I'm so and so. How'd you get that logo? Wrong
because
answer,
I'll tell my people. I tell them all the time. It's like when I have Dennis go around and get pictures. Tell them you're with me. Mm-hmm. Once you say my name, the picture is almost guaranteed to be allowed because you're associated with me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because everybody knows that the table pictures, except for those that are my closest friends like you and Rodney and stuff like that, are all going to go to Gym City. My closest friends, they'll get their pictures within my website, things like that. But they know once you say my name. No, that does not mean everybody goes and starts running. I know. No. Trust me.
Oh, I know, Amanda. No.
Because most of the time, everybody will see you before the show opens, because it's one of the requirements for my crew is that they have to be there on that Friday for setup, so people know, okay, yeah, I remember seeing you with her, so I know you're legit. Yeah.
I love my favorite part is like pre-show and post-shows, just banter, and I'm horrible. Like, on the last day, I'll go around and start talking while she's doing all the teardown stuff. And I don't even mean to do it. I just want to catch up and just give me crap from the other room.
That's
but I
okay.
don't mean to do it.
I have to give him crap too, because you know what? And when I say, "Hey, thanks for joining us for Gym City," go home. I want to go to bed.
Yes,
she's like,
I'm one of those guys that's like, oh yeah.
I'm kind of nice. Hi, how's everything going? Get back to your team. Get down. I want my bed. I want to see my dog, and I want my bed. Get.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stay longer.
The difference between setting up at a show and running the show.
Big difference. Yes. Like, oh, it was so much fun, and meanwhile you're like, go home.
It's like, I saw you.
It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Still like 3 people like getting a couple things off the floor. Go home.
I will say this.
I can't leave.
Creators, you guys are for the most part really good at get done, get down, get gone.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of you guys are tired too, and you're ready to go. Vendors,
they're trying to do wheeling and dealing with other vendors, so they don't want to take the crap home. They don't want to load it up. They're trying, yeah.
Hey, you want to take home this stock here? I bet I'll give it to you at a discount.
Yep.
And that so like I think it was like after like the second year, I finally looked at Jess. I was like, look, this is mine. Mine leaves. You're the one who's wheeling and dealing? No. I go
Oh,
when they
Jess
go.
is especially mad about that.
Yeah, but
Like
he
last
gets
day-
something. Well, you got to remember, though, that he takes a lot of the comics and then he goes to shows to promote Gym City and make money that way, too. So it is a way for him to make money. Because he does a lot. If you guys don't know, they do. If you follow Gym City on Facebook, they do a lot of auctions and stuff on Facebook that you can follow.
Yeah, Gym City Comics. Yep, they do.
Mhm.
They do. Yeah, and they're pretty good stuff too that he gets. Well,
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Not gonna find out.
she wants
Uh-oh.
attention.
Uh-oh. Neighbors being stupid again?
Bingo.
And Bingo was his name. Oh.
Gotta love neighbors.
Yes, come
That was-
here, puppy.
That was our
Push
biggest
the
fear
button.
moving was like, what are our neighbors going to be like? And I know our neighbors were like, what's our new neighbors going to be like?
Who's the good girl? Where's my good girl? Huh? Look. She's
Look.
hi. Hi.
Oh, she wants a Hershey kiss.
You're what happens when Alex has a baby in his werewolf form.
Oh, that'd be the cutest little one.
Yeah, until she does this.
So
That bites my
ferocious.
toe off.
Oh, she can be evil. I mean, here's the thing. Y'all talk about pit bulls and Rottweilers. Chihuahua. This is the most evil thing on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Just not telling mommy.
She'll get you.
But no, we just have some neighbors who don't understand the being respectable when living in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, the walls are really thin. You need to be quiet here.
Yes. Yes.
That's why you
Yeah.
see all the padding everywhere.
I believe it. Yeah. I lived in a townhouse when, like, right out of college, and the walls were so thin. Like, this is nuts. I don't want to hear what they're, when they're having bowel movements. Like,
Every time they take a shower or flush the toilet, I hear it.
yeah, it's worse than a hotel.
And if you bow chicka wow wow, I'm gonna know wow 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 whoa.
That's when you go, man, that's a new record. Or, hey, is that a different person? That's
Round 2, fight.
round 2. New record.
Finish it. You win. Perfect.
Giggity. There he is.
That
That's the man himself.
is Chad.
That is
Just
Chad.
realized I didn't even.
So, hey, Chad, we talked
I said
extensively
welcome
about you.
earlier, and I wasn't paying attention because
That's all right.
I wasn't even paying attention. Chad, there he is, all the way back up here during that conversation, and it didn't even dawn on me. And then it took me a minute. I was like, wait, I know that last name.
Yep.
Chad,
Yep.
I am so sorry.
So, Chad, you need to make metal prints of your cover per Amanda's request.
Okay.
You have my permission to do anything with your artwork. So yeah. Limited metal prints.
Wait.
Make them exclusive.
Look, this is the hold on, this is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the boss's idea.
This is her idea. Give her time. She'll get
This
it.
right here, Chad.
Boom.
All right.
That.
Make it a virgin cover, but you can leave the Prowl up here. Take off all of this. Metalize it. Limited edition prints.
Yeah.
Do it. Limited edition. Prowl covers. Metal editions.
Oh, yeah.
That in metal is sick as shit.
Put that on your wall with some magnets. It'll make a nice clink. Just click right on there.
Just think of the metal when you get to the eyes. Just think of it right there. That's what sells it. And then seeing the metal with the mist/fog here. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah. His atmosphere, like, he's brought that into the pages too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there's like a dingy diner / bar. I based it off of Eaton's Red Mule, which has killer food. It's a nice little dive place, but they he got the atmosphere right, So yeah, I'll come have my buddy there. See,
look at this. I am making everybody money.
Just
this is how we work. We get stuff done.
Harry 6 foot tall. Well, there's the tagline for issue 2. No.
That's right. New catchphrase. Man, I'm gonna have to put like a little cliff note at the bottom, like courtesy of.
And look at the name that it comes from. Fuel the Hatred. Thanks to Fuel the Hatred.
I love it. Fuel the Hatred on Twitch. There it is, right there. That's who said this, and it's now going to be a dialogue.
Oh, and this is right up his alley. He's a sci-fi horror video Twitch streamer. He plays a lot of sci-fi horror games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet. I need to get onto Twitch. Like, I don't have a Twitch account. I need to get one, I've been told. So first I need to get a camera rig that's not broke. I was on
yeah, do that.
There it is.
Put one of them in for the silent auction. That'd be cool.
Oh, I forgot you guys do a silent auction. Hit me up. I'll definitely put some stuff in there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
one's mine. I get number. Well, you can have number 1. I get number 2 then, since they're gonna be limited editions.
No, if Chad does it right, he should have AP for artist proof, and then have however how many.
Number 1 right here, mine.
Yeah, when I work with Upper Deck on Marvel cards and stuff, which I just signed a contract with Upper Deck for a new series.
Awesome.
I don't know if there was an NDA for it or not, but I'll just say it's Halo. So I'm doing sketch cards for Halo.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. But they send X amount of cards, and then they send you APs that we can keep and sell. So I love it.
The gaming podcast person needs to be in on this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I need to do some research.
I don't wink.
It's out of my normal realm, but I'm like, hey, I'm doing Torg. Have you ever heard of Torg?
Yo, Fuel! If you're not here, get back here now. Yes.
Now, Torg. I'll be setting up at Torg this year.
Nice.
I'll be having a lot of video game prints there. I got my Resident Evil ones that I just did. I've got Silent Hill slated, and I'm looking to do like my rendition of Mario.
Nice.
Dark and gritty. Quit yelling when I hear you.
Stop shouting, I'm napping.
Dude,
so, yeah.
Just remember, if you need any help on any type of video game stuff, you can hit me up. You can actually hit up my buddy Feel the Hatred. We'll get you a Twitch account set up, because you can always whisper to him. He'll get the whisper. Because like I said, he's the horror video game master.
Nice.
He yelled at me because I've never played Mass Effect, and he was all yelling at me earlier, like, and I'm like, I'm playing Stardew Valley.
Cool. Yeah, I know I need to switch up my platform just a little bit.
I'm going to go ahead and guess, was watching the way you play Last of Us, if you played Mass Effect, you'd probably play a biotic. Just throw psychic powers at people. Yeah, there you go. Get out of the way.
Stop making fun of my stealth run in with Brick yelling.
You Leroy Jenkins, don't you?
Oh, no. She kept failing this section over and over and over again. She picks up a brick, hurls it at the first thing she sees, and the second she just hurls a brick at the first thing she sees, she passes it first try. I'm just like...
We're in a stealth part of the Last
power
of Us.
Of rage
and you're supposed to throw the brick,
you.
so everything goes over there with the brick. And I kept failing, and I kept failing, and I kept failing. And finally, I just picked up the brick and went, ah! Passed it.
Yeah. Done. Love it.
She was mining iridium and wasn't building an assault rifle. I was shocked and appalled. I don't know Mass Effect. My bad.
That's okay.
Sue me.
It's been forever.
Do
I
you know
don't
what
get
I
to
know
play
of
a
Mass
lot of video
Effect?
games.
Nobody liked Andromeda. That's all I ever heard about it. That's all I know about Mass Effect.
God, nobody
That's all
likes
I've
the
heard, too.
third Mass Effect game's ending.
I did. Look, I know Halo. I know Call of Duty. I know Dead by Daylight. I know Resident Evil. I know Mario. I know Tetris. I know Pac-Man.
There's
I
nothing to
know
know about
Asteroid.
Tetris.
Sure, there is. You got to know the song. Do 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 do
Oh,
do do.
go in
You're going to
tomorrow.
get copyright strike.
Go in the morning to like.
Actually, Twitch is really good. Now, YouTube,
Is
when
it?
I re-upload this up on YouTube,
Oh come on!
may
Don't
say
make her.
something.
Don't make her do. Don't make her do. Don't make her do Andromeda. That was so
The
bad.
deal is struck.
No, Twitch is really good if like somebody says, "Oh, this could be copyright," they go back and they listen. Okay, are they actually just playing music? Are they using
That's
it for
good.
entertainment value? Are they, did they kind of change it up? Things like that. So because I didn't like constantly sing in and I just sung in and I didn't play
Yeah.
the music, Twitch is really good.
That's
They'll be
awesome.
like, no, there's not going to be a copyright there. YouTube, on the other hand, gets a little bit more picky because they have bots doing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So, the thing is, like, I'm still that old school, like, oh, I'm still on Facebook. I've seen such a dramatic drop on Facebook. I just made a post earlier. Just one is to announce an event that I'm going to be probably doing, see if there's any buzz to do it, and also to test and see like how many people actually react to it, how many people did it reach. So I'm doing a test on that. I need to switch over to Instagram a little more and TikTok.
Instagram, TikTok, and I'll be honest. Okay, as long as you just only follow the people that you really need to follow on Twitter. But if you just do Twitter mainly for promoting,
Well, my Twitter got hacked apparently because I had deleted it a while ago, and I thought I deleted it, and I got an email saying, "Hey, you changed your email and password," and I'm like, "No, I didn't." And then I looked, I'm like, "Oh, I'm logged out. Someone hacked it." They're going to be disappointed because nothing is tied to it, and I had one follower and I was following one person, which I think was the NCU. So good luck, whoever has it in Florida, Pensacola, Florida.
yeah. But yeah, it even though I will say I will be the first person to go, Twitter has become oh my God, all of you just shut up. Go get a job or something. Go do something with your life. Oh my God. Like there's a dude that I saw on there that, during the whole political wars, which still are sort of kind of going, he would go over to like the Democrat side and be like, yeah, let's to the Republicans, and then run over here to the Republicans and go, yeah, let's to the Democrats. I'm like, dude, you're playing both sides.
And you know
You're
what?
literally just doing this to start fires.
To some degree, you gotta love it when somebody just like wants to light the bridge on fire and burn it till there's nothing left.
So it's
Good old Joker.
Like seriously, I use my Twitter to reach out to people, for promoting my stuff. So if I get cute pictures of Fizzy, put those on there. Which I do the same thing with Instagram. Basically, just put your Instagram and Twitter will start bringing in your younger crowd. And then we got to get you a Twitch account. And then, do you have a YouTube yet?
I mean, I have an account, but I don't upload anything to it.
Okay.
I just use it to listen to music or watch people play video games because I don't play. So I know what is popular and what's not.
I've gotten weirdly back into Call of Duty Zombies. It's strange.
Yeah. I know. I'm one of those guys that's like, okay, I know I'm not going to be able to play because I'm spending hours at the desk here, but I'll have it playing, so at least I know what I can talk about. Because if someone comes up to my table and says, hey, can you draw so-and-so from this? Like, I know vaguely what that is. Yep, sure can. Or if I get the job like Halo, okay, let's do it.
Adam, you have such great potential. Just think of what you could do with, like, okay, even like, let's say okay, you can't live stream everything, but just have a camera and record the stuff and then upload it to YouTube later. I can even show you a really easy to use what is that software? A video editor software that I use for my stuff. Very easy to use. I can show you how to easily make you an intro, easily make you an outro, and dude, I could teach you this stuff. And then just record. Maybe do like sit there, just have it on the thing. You don't even talk. You just have it. You know, you're drawing one day, and then do a time lapse video.
That's what Chad does. I mean, my buddy Rich sent me a whole list of like equipment, that he uses because I don't have a camera. I just did everything on my phone, which I know my luck. I'll be recording and I'll get a call, or I have half the time I'm actually on calls while I'm working. But yeah, it's crazy that
Call of Duty, Pirates vs. Zombies. You know what? I'd play it at least just to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Is it gonna? But will it be as good as Dead by Daylight butt boobs? I forgot to put an and between butt and boobs last week, so I just messaged Dennis and I went, Dennis, hurry up! I got the new outfit and it's just butt boobs.
Yeah, see, Chad's got his
butt boobs.
He does time lapse all the time on his TikTok. His stuff is impressive. You can actually watch his cover come to life.
Wait, you're on TikTok?
Chad is.
Don't.
Bad. No.
All right,
why are we
Chad,
friends?
Don't link it. Don't put in a link because you'll get timed out of the thing. But just type in your TikTok for me. I want you to do that right now. That's your job.
Yeah. Don't share link.
Don't put in the link. Just type in what I need to type in to find you.
Your handle. Shoulder Arts. There it is. Shoulder
_
Arts. Everyone go follow him. And I can't type on chat, so I know I've got one, and I believe it's. I have.
Dude, that Ninja Turtle is sick, bro.
Adam Fields, period 127. That's all. Yeah, his stuff is amazing. It gets killer views.
And there's Adam. Oh, we're already following I'm already following you.
Yeah, I think you were like one of the first ones that popped up for people you may know. I know why, because it's awesome and badass. That's why.
It's been forever since I've streamed on Twitch, and I need yes. I don't know what. Oh, dude, you're Megatron. Okay, I went off subject here. We're supposed to be talking about you, but you know what? He's working on the book too.
Yep.
Yeah, I promote as many people as I possibly can. So yeah. And here's the best part for anyone that goes to the Kickstarter. He actually has spots open for commission. So I made a tier. It's $100 tier that they can get a blank cover with his original artwork on it. So there's
look at this, Dennis.
3 spots. Yeah, isn't that sick?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like, look at that.
Don't move. Its vision is based on movement.
That's fact.
Dude, you're sick as shit, dude. Dude, like, check this.
Yeah, he did that one the other day.
I mean, it would have been better if it was Starscream, just saying.
You're either lying or stupid. I'm stupid.
That ghost face, though. Look at that ghost face. Like I said, Scream. I don't know if that's one. A little sketch card. I claimed that one. I told him, I said, hold on to it until I see you again. I had to claim his. Those are his business. I believe those are his business cards.
But it's like, no, it's okay. You're part of the comic anyway, so.
Yeah.
Dude.
No. I never want anyone to apologize.
Okay, first off, you gotta understand. There's like this thing. This is, I think, one of the reasons why him and Erica get along so well is they come onto my show. We get about maybe 10 minutes of talking about their works, and then this shit happens.
Yeah, then we go down a rabbit hole, find other cool stuff, and start talking.
Because it's an experience for me too. I mean, I've seen all these. There's a Blue Coat Missionary book that I was telling you about earlier that he colored, but I'm trying to think of that. The Gunslinger one. The Gunslinger is amazing,
bro.
And knowing like what all he's working on right now too, because he'll send me text messages like, "Hey, check this out. I'm gonna try this." I'm like, "Yeah, these are gonna be sick." Yeah, his anime stuff.
Again, that is really cool. Better for this Vegeta, but because Vegeta's my husbando.
Oh yeah,
Chad, bro. I'm gonna have to bring Chad on the show. Be like, okay, this is Chad. Let's go watch his TikToks.
Yeah. You need to have him on
show
here.
of me and Chad watching his TikTok.
Because he actually has his own.
Vegeta's at the bottom. LOL, honey. I could spend all day watching your TikTok. So
yeah, I know he's got his own comic series too. So yeah, you need to get him on here.
Chad, you heard what he said. So get on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's where Amanda.
Oh yeah. I mean, you set yourself up for it. Not gonna lie.
It's okay. I just gave him the greatest idea ever with that metal cover, so he should be cheesing and being like, "Yeah, boy."
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't already shut off a message. Like, yeah, that's awesome. I mean, this is why, one, he's a really cool dude. So that's why and he just went full time to do this. He took that dive and is full time comic stuff. So, like I said, I know that how scary it is to take that leap from a full time job to relying solely on people to help pay your bills and your work. To
relied on the kindness of strangers.
Yes. And I'm still learning. It's an absolute gaming grind every day. But at the end of the day, like once things are done, it's just such a great feeling. So whenever I'm at cons or whatever, half the time I'm just trying to encourage other people. I have parents come up to me and say, "Oh, my daughter is really interested in doing this. Can you give her any tips?" Absolutely. That's where I love to help out. So.
I actually, if I ever can, I want to bring my little cousin to come talk to you. No? Oh, okay. All right. Because I don't know who got it in his head. He's a really good artist, but somebody in my family got it in his head that there's just no future in it. And I told him, I was
absolutely
like,
not.
I said, that's not true. I said, I got a buddy of mine who does this for like a living.
So
and he's like, no, I would, it's not consistent. It's just, I'm just like, it doesn't have to be consistent, but like,
down. So what's funny about that is I'm actually on the advisory board for MVCTC. I graduated from their graphic design program, and I still remain as a board member for them. And one of the perks I get to have is I get to go talk to the students every year, like about my career and what I do, and sort of like, for the juniors, it's more of like, here's the aspirations, here's, the vision. And then for the seniors, it's like, okay, here's how we make money doing this. Here's the steps that you need to make. Here's what you need to do. If you're going to college, this is what you should look for. It's more of those talks.
Yeah.
At the portfolio show, I get to see their growth from the beginning of the year. I get to go and judge their senior projects, which is really fun. I'm the Simon of the group. Okay. They put me in with the people that are comic book. One year, one of the old instructors, my old instructor, he goes, "Hey, so-and-so had 6 weeks to do this. They barely got a page done. Make them cry." I said, "Absolutely." So I was honest with him. It wasn't like I went out to be harsh. I was just like, "Look, if you're wanting to do this as a career, 1 page in 6 weeks is unacceptable." I've gotten 2 to 3 pages done per day working on stuff. Chaz is over here. I think he got 4 pages colored in a day.
He did a cover in 24 hours.
He did a whole cover in 24 hours. It's like that's the type of grind. So I'm like, look, this might not be your thing, but you can still do artwork or take it a little more serious. That was the kind of talk I had with them. But the senior portfolio show, I get to have the chance to talk with parents too. They get to sort of pick my brain. And I had this big burly dad who has worked nothing but blue collar construction job. Like he was this big old guy. And he goes, "Hey, I want to talk to you." I'm like, "Okay, let's go talk." So he pulls me aside. He goes, "Level with me, man to man." I'm like, "All right, like, is this something my kid can do?" "What do you mean?" He's like, "Is this a real job?" I love that term, real job. Like, it's making money and I have to pay taxes. It's a real job.
It's a real, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's like,
taxes on this. It's a real job.
So I'm like, look, I said, so what you're asking me is, do you think that your kid can do this full time as a career? He goes, yeah. I'm like, so you don't believe in him? And that was the question I asked him. I'm like, you don't believe in your kid? Like, why would you put them in CTC and let them go through 2 years of this only to tell them, I don't think you can do it? I'm like, no. I said, I'm nothing special. I graduated from this program. I went to college for graphic design. I did 2 years at the School of Advertising Art. I worked in a factory, worked my way up to marketing, quit there and decided to do this full time. And I've been doing it, at the time I had been doing it for 5 years. And I said, I didn't do anything special. I'm not a celebrity or anything. I just had a passion and I did it. Said, I think what they need is a little encouragement. Like, instead of saying, is this something they can do? It is, you can do this. Let's find an avenue to help you do this. So those are the type of conversations I get to have with parents. So when you tell me that your cousin, someone got it in their mind, I want to talk to the person that got that in their mind, because I want to put them on the hot seat.
Yeah, I don't know which one of them did it, because like we were at Thanksgiving once. Like all I remember is like there was like a couple of family functions. He'd be just sketching, and then I'd ask, like this is the one time I asked him, I was like, "Oh, you not sketch anything?" "No, I'm kind of giving that up." I was like, "Why?" He goes, "It's not consistent. It's this, it's that." And I said, "Well, and I was just like, well, it's maybe not the most consistent thing on the planet, but he was going to go work with my other cousin to be an electrician. I was like, but is that really what you want to do? He goes, no, but it'll be, I was like, no. Is that what you want to do? Mm-hmm. He's like, well, not like fully, but it's like, it's the consistent. I'm not talking about what's consistent. Mm-mm. I'm talking about what you want to do.
Yeah. The pay, consistent pay. I understand where people come from with, like, I get that paycheck every week, every 2 weeks, whatever. And I get that, right. That's the biggest fear for me, but that's also my biggest driving factor. That's why, I'll be staying up as late as I have to tonight to get stuff done. Not a big deal. This way I can open up more spots. To me, that's the drive. What a lot of people don't realize is, life is very, very short. I worked with a woman who, in a factory, she had worked her entire life there. She was a miserable person to work with. Absolutely. And I know it stemmed from her just not being happy at her job.
Right.
After I quit that job, I had learned that, she was retiring. And I'm like, oh, that's good for her. About time. She died 2 weeks later. I'm like, she worked a miserable job that she hated every single day, only to pass away 2 weeks after retirement. I'm like, that struck me. I'm like, I don't want to wait until I'm in my 60s to be like, okay, now I can rest. No, I did the Loveland Frogman Festival a few weeks ago, and I was able to take, we took my entire family down there to the Great Wolf Lodge. It was a vacation, but it was also, we were down there for business. So my family got to enjoy the park while I did the con, and then I got to enjoy the park the next day. And to me, that meant everything. That's what I'm trying to tell other people, like, enjoy life now when you can. It's not all about money and making it. We need it, yeah, but whenever like, oh, that's gonna be a big paycheck. That's great. It's already spent. Bills. There might be an emergency. There might be, a doctor thing come up. Like, it's already spent.
Bills,
So
food,
I'll just
all
keep
the other
making
good
more.
stuff.
Asteroid through the roof. Yeah, stuff like that.
Why not? It's like, I already picture, okay, I got a paycheck. It's already spent. I have a savings, but I'm like, that might be an emergency fund or whatever. But the time that I spend with my family and things that I enjoy, I look back at what I used to do as a hobby. I used to do demolition derby. I wrecked cars for fun. It was a lot of fun, but I'm not a mechanic, like, at all. I can fix a car so that I don't die. That's as far as I go. Did I ever want to pursue mechanic? No. I don't enjoy it, but I know how to build a car and wreck it. That's it. I've always wanted to be an artist. So when I was told at my old job, like, I don't think you're capable of doing this graphic design, I went, I'm already doing it. I'm fixing your marketing firm's screw ups every day. I can walk down the hall and be like, hey, we need a magazine ad for this this campaign coming out. What do you want to say? I have all the stock photos. I can make it. Now, they didn't want any of that. They wanted to pay this company my salary every month versus me a year. I'm like, I could save you guys millions by doing this in-house, but they didn't want it. So I walked. And it's the best decision I ever made. Scariest decision I ever made. But I'm a lot happier doing it because I meet cool people like you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yep. But yeah, that's what I want people to know when they're going pursuing. And it's not even art. It's
any of
really
these fields.
anything. Yeah. If you want to be an electrician and you're passionate about possibly electrocuting yourself, go for it. Have fun. I'll call you because I don't want to do it. I got a lamp I need to replace because I want to update this one. I ain't touching it. No way. I don't
know how to be an electrician, but I'll try it. Can I have a bucket of water to stand in when I do it?
Right? That's my favorite bathroom.
I get shocked enough when I hang around Amanda.
He's not lying. At least once a year.
At least twice a year.
Well,
because my boss and my mom donate.
And then I heard something about rubber bullets or something earlier. What was
that? No, so for the one cosplay she has for the Jurassic Park,
it's still charged.
Oh God. Please God, no.
It's still charged.
I got her a Jurassic Park thing for her Jurassic Park cosplay. I was like, oh, that'll fit right in. I didn't realize that they weren't like foam darts. They had like rubber on the end of them, and it was spring loaded. So it didn't just like pop the dart at you. It like loaded it in, put pressure behind it, and shot it. And she was trying to like figure out how to shoot it. And she just aimed it at me. It's like, I don't know if it's gonna shoot this, and hit me right in like the shoulder. It knocked me over.
You gave me a projectile toy.
Yep. Yeah, but I didn't think it would come with rubber bullets.
Listen, Dennis, it's still nice and charged.
Give it a round of applause.
You can see. You can like see the electricity like pushing out away from it towards your headset.
Don't worry, because you're getting tasers on my TikTok.
Is it? I might have to go.
Actually, the electric fence powering up. I already have done that.
Oh, with the hair. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That video already exists, Fuel.
That's great.
Swear to God, it knocked me out. I wasn't paying attention.
I know. We play paintball in the summer at different tournaments and stuff, and my son he was like, I've never, we played, and he always gets popped in the head every time, and I'm like, it reminded me of shooting him. He goes, I'm gonna get you. I said, okay, go play on the other team. He never got me. I got him. I'm like, yeah. So I'll have to hook you up with my paintball gun so we can light him up. Yeah. That'll be good stuff. It's time for a remake. Oh my God. Oh, I love it. I'll have to find that video. Oh, here it is.
Oh, yeah. I knew when I started talking about it, she was going to do it. Yeah.
Bare skin too.
Oh
Oh
goodness!
no, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah. Hit the private areas.
No, that's awful.
She's talking. I'm legit
Go
unconscious.
to the jeans. It won't hurt. Idiot.
Yeah, that legit knocked me
Idiot.
unconscious.
Down goes Jonas.
He was going, he's like, I was making fun of going through the jeans, and he's like, oh, we'll go through the jeans, it won't hurt. And you could see the look on my face of,
Yeah, she's just
Okay.
like, no, me, cocksure, full of confidence, hits me in the leg, down I go.
bam.
Yeah, those things hurt.
Yes, they do.
Those things
Oh.
hurt.
This ain't a toy taser. It's a real taser. It hurts like
Oh
a
no,
bitch.
yeah, no, that's a defense taser, man.
Because
Oh,
the original one wasn't a full taser. And I told my mom, I was like, I need a real taser. And my mom, to support our Extra Life stream, went ahead and bought my mom bought this. My mommy was like, here's your real taser. So when someone donates $100 to the charity for children, y'all can really get tased.
You can tase your friends.
There it is.
Don't worry, if his heart stops, we can shock him back around.
That's a
Bring it
double
back.
whammy right there.
Clear. Oh.
Every November, the first weekend of November, we do a 24-hour live stream with Extra Life to raise money for Children's Miracle Network. All of our money goes to Children's Hospital here in Cincinnati.
Nice.
So, even during the recession last year, we had a goal of 1,000. We made like almost $800
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
during a recession.
Yeah.
So we do rather well. We have a lot of supporters. And what's funny is even though it's a 24-hour live stream, because it's the first weekend of November, that's time change.
Time change. So, yeah.
So we actually go for 25 hours.
Yeah.
Yup.
So, and there we
Hopefully they don't do a 25-hour thing. I'm hoping they change that. I like this time. I like this.
Oh yeah.
but
I hate
yeah,
losing that hour.
it's for a good cause, and
Oh,
watching Dennis suffer just makes it that much more enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Don't
No,
worry, don't worry.
Anytime
There's
you're
one on
able to
there of
use
me
it.
too. I got there's one on TikTok of me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it too.
Where at in your arm?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
got it in the arm. She goes, ah.
Yeah, they
Besides, we
hurt.
already did your arm already. The leg was funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dropped.
Well, it hit and then the leg stopped working.
Wasn't that it hurt? It just I could feel it. Lieutenant Dan style, man. I can't feel my legs. Oh Lord.
That's
Next
right,
time,
Dennis.
try
Did I
to-
did tell you the other video that you're in has 9,912 views on it now?
Which one is that?
The when we were playing with the balls at Geek Out.
Oh, the one where we both ate shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm missing Geek Out this year.
Here's a
We're there. I already filled out all the forms and everything.
Did you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's right there. I can spit on the show.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always funny because Steve's like, well, why don't you just camp? It's like, because I got a bed 5 minutes away.
It's like, why don't you just
Because-
camp or what? Like sleep on the ground? Maybe. I mean,
Sleep on the ground or come
So,
home and sleep in the bed.
The 1 year we were there, I came in the second day after the big party, and there was a dude sleeping under our tables. Like on the ground. He walked out. He looked like the house from Wizard of Oz landed on him. No joke. His feet were sticking out from under. I went, well, okay. It was great. I said, hey, bud, you need to go. I got to move my table back. Oh, my God. It was so funny. I don't even
Yeah.
think he knew how he got there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Geek Out's so much fun.
Geek Out is a lot of fun. They now have the inflatable balls that you can get into, and you're supposed to play soccer with it.
No. Nope. You're going to hit each other.
Oh,
It's
no,
sumo
you're going to hit
wrestling.
each other.
No, we know what's up.
Yep.
Yeah, don't play games with me. I know
Yeah.
exactly what that is.
I'm going to run full-fledged at this guy, and I'm either going to fall first or we're going to hit, and it's going to look epic.
Oh,
That's what it was mostly.
he flew my chunky ass back, and I looked like a turtle on its back, and oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, my God.
Oh no, we had more fun deflating them than anything, because as they were deflating, one of us would be sitting on them, and somebody would take like a running charge and jump on one end, and just bounce people.
Oh,
Just
my God.
boom.
I love it.
Yeah, basically this.
Oh, yes.
I'm doing this. Just watch.
You don't remember what happened last time?
Wait, do it again. When it deflated enough. Babe, get up.
Oh, my God.
And for some reason, that has over 9,000 views.
Why wouldn't it be? Man, that's great.
Yeah, this is why doing a show with me is fun, because you get all of the privileges of me, and then I beat the shit out of you in some way.
Laying on the ground, picking up my own spleen. Hey, are you okay? I'm great.
We didn't get the video though. At the video, I don't know how it got corrupted or whatever. There's one where we do another one, and I hit it, and it was too deflated, and my teeth knocked it to the ground.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
That was bad. Like, I could taste the blood. I was like, ooh. Oh.
Yeah, those things are fun, though.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I'm 44 years old with how many broken things? And I'm like, I'll do it.
I want
Why not?
to do it. Let's go.
I wanna
Let's
do
go
it.
this.
You only live once, man.
I have all these doctor's notes going, you can't do this, or this. You do realize your spine's deteriorating. I'm going out with a bang.
I'm
Watch
here
me.
for a good time, not for a long time.
It's like I waited way too long in my life to start the career that I have. I'm not wasting the opportunity anymore.
Right?
I need, it's like you were saying, you only get to live once, and life is short. And, I was listening to the story of that father, and I'm just like, dude, as long as he understands that you can do this, you're going to have to put in the time. You're probably going to have to work another job. You're probably going to have to work 2 jobs. It's going to take time. You're not going to wake up the next morning and be Larry Hama. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, look at, it took you how long working other jobs till you were able to, and you did something that I can't do, which is what you just quit and you're able to do what you do. I'm doing it in another form where I'm slowly, as this grows, I back off on this.
Yep, that's the way it should be. And, I had to do some supplemental stuff here and there before I was able to gain a lot of traction like I am.
Right.
So, like, if I ever need a gig, there's a few people I can reach out to and be like, hey, I need some work. Do you have a cover? And they're like, yeah, go ahead and hop on. Like, I've built that rapport with people. That I couldn't have done that, 3 years ago. I've been doing this now almost 8 years full time, and I couldn't have done that. But now I've built these working relationships with people where I don't even have to apply anymore. I have people reaching out almost.
Oh, he doesn't have to interview anymore.
Just go straight to the front of the line.
I wish. There's a lot of people in front of me that I'm still like, I'm still back here if you need me. Okay, thanks. But I'm like Rodney and them. They already reached out. They're like, hey, we have this idea. I'm like, yeah, well, let me get through this stuff, and then I'll revisit that. I mean, I've got to get a hold of a guy about a cover here soon. Like, it's stuff that I never thought that would happen.
Don't let Chad get that job. He'll have it done in 24 hours, and you ain't got a shot.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? No way. But and what's really funny about that is also along the lines of me having too much time. I have enough friends now that I know their style, and I'm like, look, I can't do. You want a manga style? I can't do that. But I know a couple people. Here's their links. Get a hold of them, and I'll happily pass it over. One, because it's going to frustrate me, and I'm not about making that quick buck. Like, I won't ever have like manga and anime stuff on my print wall, mainly because I don't want to spend time on it because I don't know anything about it. Meanwhile, I'll let somebody else happily have that market. I want to stick to the monsters and horror and stuff like that. That's what I want.
Hey,
we all have a lane. I'm going to try to stay in mine.
I know somebody.
Yeah.
I know somebody.
Anytime I get asked for anything manga, I send them to him. Like, and I'm notorious for dragging. Like, if someone asks me for a commission or, hey, do you have this? No. Let me take you to who I know, and I'll walk them over and be like, this is so and so. This is them. Have a good time. And then I walk back and I start doing my own thing because why not? It's a big.
I don't have the market you're looking for. I'll take you to where the market is.
I heard this once best from a voice actor, the guy that voices Frylock. I'm trying to think of his name, but I had the pleasure
of Geek Out last year. I can't remember.
He was at Geek Out, but he was in a show down in Kentucky. It was him and like Kel Mitchell and a few other people that were there, and I heard them talking. He goes, "Look, Carrie, yeah." He was like, "Look, we are all at the same birthday party, and we're all trying to get a slice of the cake. There's enough cake for everybody. You just have to wait your turn. You have to stay in the party." So I'm like, I like that analogy. I'm still in this world of comics, and I'm still going to get a slice of whatever cake they have. It's just if I say this isn't working and I go, I'm done, leave, I'll never get any of that cake. So it's like, take your time, do what's right, and you'll be good. Watch the episode of see. The thing is, I've tried. I've tried.
Sorry, it didn't hook me either.
I've tried.
You two out. Me and Chad, we're just gonna start doing some anime watch parties.
Yeah. My only anime I watched was Pokemon. Like that's it.
Weirdly enough, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh was good. I grew up watching Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon. And then the one little niche was
where were you Saturday? We did a Pokemon episode. You could have been on it.
Oh.
We did Pokemon Smash or Pass.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Jigglypuff all the way. Yeah.
Man, I totally hit that hot air balloon.
I smashed Tangela, so I don't really have any place to say anything.
I get that, though. Have you seen the Tangles? I get it. All right? I get it.
That makes a weird amount of sense, and it kind of scares me.
Right?
I'm waiting to see what YouTube has to say when that gets uploaded there, because it was live streamed here and it went well. I'm waiting to see what happens when YouTube gets a hold of it and goes, "What the hell's this shit?"
Then they're like, "What the? Well."
It's like, well, it's not totally, inappropriate, so we can let it go a little bit.
I mean, come on, it's just Smash, Pass. There's a lot of times I'm like, that looks like a kid. No.
No, let's not.
Mock Chop, nope. Nope.
But you know who instantly got a smash? Gardevoir. She's so hot.
Jinx.
So hot.
Come on.
Oh my god.
See? Everybody's speechless.
I was about to like say like, oh yeah, hit that, and then he goes Jinx. I'm like, oh god damn it.
Or
so I'm not the only weird one here.
Lick a tongue. Come on.
Okay, I can't because I've seen the live action version of that thing and no.
He's creepy in that movie, man. Good God. Yeah, he was creepy. That's good stuff.
Victory bell.
Well, Adam, if we're planning on doing it again in summer because Kitty's spring break, so we're planning on doing it again in summer. If you're interested,
yep,
I'll message you and we'll work it out because Riot Kitty, who you saw earlier, that was in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
She joined me for the first one, and now everybody's like, that would be fun, and I still have plenty of Pokemon sitting in the wings.
Like 700 now.
Release more.
Oh
by
my
the time
god,
we get
there's
there.
so many Pokemon.
I know I need to catch up and figure it out. My youngest is just now getting into Pokemon. My wife
That's-
actually took him out today just to get Pokemon cards as a reward for him doing awesome in school. So
Great.
I'm like, well, here we are.
Get those A's.
That's and the thing is, he does it effortlessly, man. Effortlessly. Like, God, Lord.
Hey, Wade, how's it going? Like I get to say anything? I still have 2 unboxings that I need to record.
Nice. Nice.
Not to mention what the 4 3-ring binders of Pokemon cards sitting over there.
Yeah.
Like I get to like I get to say anything. Plus I play. Yeah, you're gonna have to show me the bridge show. I've seen Dragon Ball Z bridge. Plus I play Pokemon Go religiously, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because like some people are like, oh well, you know, I know people that are my age. I was like, well that was before my time. I just can't get into it. It's like, but it's Pokemon. How do you not like Pokemon?
I
remember
Go because it just takes up so much space on my phone.
I don't know how you guys were introduced to Pokemon, but I remember as a kid receiving a VHS tape from Toys R Us about this new thing that was coming. So I popped it in. It was half of the pilot episode, and then it had the Pokemon rap at the end. And then it showed some of the toys. And I'm like, I was addicted right from there. I don't know what hidden message was in that VHS, but immediately I went, I have to have these things. I don't even know what they are, and I have to have them. So that's how I was introduced.
Kitty.
Yeah, this is my cat, Sophie. She wanted my attention.
Mm-hmm.
My third rescue.
I've always been that person who, I mean, obviously, if you take a look, you'll see like, okay, there's Star Wars, there's Cthulhu, there's My Little Pony, there's Pokemon. You know, she plays video games. Because I've been always so wrapped up in all the culture of everything.
Wacky Wag Action Bike.
Get Pokemon. About 350. About 350. Yes.
That because I think it came out in 1996 was the year before I graduated high school. It came out to age me a little bit, but it's the same reason that I got into Harry Potter. It was the thing I wanted to know what it was, and I instantly got addicted because I've always, you know, I'm that person. I want to know what the new geeky thing is. What is everybody into? What, you know, it's one of the ways that I've always been able to stay relevant.
Mm-hmm.
So like when Harry Potter came out, well, okay, so what's this Harry Potter? Everybody's talking about this book. Then this movie comes out. And the only reason I originally went to go see the movie was because Alan Rickman was in it. I ain't even gonna lie. I was so addicted to Alan Rickman, it wasn't even funny. So
Hans Gruber is playing a school teacher. I'm in.
I like how you went with Hans Gruber because I went. The Sheriff of Nottingham is going to be in this movie. Great,
Sheriff, yes.
Because that was my first introduction to the amazing late Alan Rickman. I'm gonna cut his heart out with a spoon. Why a spoon, cousin? Because it's dull. It'll hurt more, you twit. I'm instantly in love with this man.
I love that movie.
I forgot about that.
I was like,
now I gotta go watch it.
It's like, is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves a great movie? No, but Alan Rickman is. Classic. It is so classic. Such a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, can we just cut out Kevin Costner's part and put more Alan Rickman in it? Because let's face it, Alan Rickman steals that. And I did actually find out that he had a lot more scenes, but Kevin Costner was feeling upstaged by him and he cut him.
Come on.
Then act better, dude. Like,
I step up your game.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I'm being upstaged. Get rid of all his stuff. No, why don't you just be more entertaining in your scenes?
You don't shine brighter when you put out someone else's candle, man. Come on.
And for me, I just thought it was funny because like here I am and I'm Googling over Alan Rickman, like everybody else is like, Christian Slater's in it. And I'm like, but this guy's better.
Yeah. And we all like
I don't
the
know
bad
who
guy
he
more.
is. And then, and so when my dad found out, I was Dad's like, oh, well, I got a movie for you to watch. And then I got to meet, and then I was introduced to Die Hard. And then I started finding his more obscure movies like Blow Dry and,
Not where I thought you were going to take that.
Truly, Madly, Deeply. Have you ever seen Blow Dry?
Nope.
No.
It is such a British film.
Sounds British.
It is so British.
Huh.
He plays a hairdresser that's divorced from his wife and his ex-wife and his wife's new wife and their son get into a hair competition, and it's weird. Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is fantastic. He was so great. And then of course, girls who had no idea who he was because they never watched any of the other stuff. He shows up as Professor Snape, and all of a sudden, the greasy-haired guy with the hooked nose, according to the book, is the hottest thing on the face of the planet now.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she so loves you.
Oh, she does. Yeah.
She so loves you.
Yep.
This portrayal of a chronically depressed robot is cold. Yeah, pretty much.
it really is.
I'm
Yeah,
so
he was so
destroyed anyways.
he was so awesome. He was a good actor.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Yeah, yeah. She's also got dwarfism. So when I found her at the Y when I was working out, and it was like -20 out.
She's so big though.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's fat now. Yeah, she's chunky. Yeah, we found her. We thought she was a kitten, and like her ear is clipped, so she was a part of like the catch and release program. Apparently, I say that she was pulled off the mat before she was fully rendered. But yeah, I was like, it's -20 out with a wind chill. I asked the Y, hey, what are you guys going to do with her when I leave? And they were like, oh, we're probably going to put her back out. I said, nope. I brought her home.
What?
Come here, sweetie.
Yep.
You gotta see this. You're not the only one.
Nope.
You're not the only one.
Heck, actually, when I was on the call with Chad earlier, he got to see we have 3 cats, but he got to see our youngest one. He was just chilling on me. Look.
So this is Savick, and she also suffers from dwarfism. See the little tail? She's 13.
Yep, this one's 8.
She's 13, so she still has her little kitty head, little kitty paws, and her little kitty tail.
Look, you see yourself on TV.
Look,
See that.
look at the kitty. Look at the kitty. Bitch, you woke me up for this. Hell no.
She's like, I'm not impressed.
I've never met anybody else who had a cat that suffered from dwarfism.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. Because everybody's like, oh, she's a kitty. And I'm like, she's 13.
Yeah. Nope.
She'll always look like a kitten.
Always. She has a little stubby legs, and very wide, really small nose. She snores. She's awesome. Just not at like 3 o'clock in the morning when she decides, I'm going to sit on your face while you're sleeping. Yep, that looks about right. Right?
I must show you that I love you at 3.
Yes.
She can show me that she loves me. Butts in the air.
All the time. Yep. Call it hover butt. She's pretty much heavy right now. She kind of wants to go to sleep. So you can go to sleep.
I woke Savick up. She's like, what the hell, Mom? Every time you do one of these shows, you yell at me. That's because you're always standing on the comic book, sweetie.
Oh, yes. No comic book.
So she comes in, and you can see them right there.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes in, she jumps up on top of the comic book. So now, as you can see, I've put some stuffed animals there, so she hits the stuffed animals, and then she could come onto the couch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, there's my G.I. Joe collection.
Heck yeah.
Like I said, a little bit of everything. It you know. Well, you know, oh my God, Savick, you have hair now flying everywhere. Oh my God, you shed so bad. So, like I said, that's what got me into Pokemon, is because I'm into everything.
Yeah.
I was right smack dab in the middle of, like, I was a kid at the time. I was in elementary school. I was the targeted demographic for that. But the problem was I didn't grow up with a lot of money. Like we didn't have a lot of money as kids. So when you go to the playground, you see all these kids playing Pokemon cards. You want to play too. It's like, and I couldn't play because I couldn't buy the cards. So I was just like, oh, no. Somehow Yu-Gi-Oh was a lot more accessible because instead of just buying packs and being like, oh, there you go, they'd actually have like structured decks you could buy, and you could just play like right out of the box with those. Whereas with Pokemon, they didn't. It took them a couple years to do something like that.
You had to build it, yeah.
Yeah, you had to build it from like card packs and stuff.
Almost worse than Magic.
Or you could have been like me and had both, which was expensive.
Yeah.
And then HeroClix came out, and I had to get into that too. And Magic the Gathering, I had to get into that too.
Oh no, I'm grown up now, and I'm like, hey, yo, this Warhammer thing, it's really fun. Where's all my money at?
Right.
Still with all my Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, HeroClix. I remember back in the day when I was making, I used to make bank as working at the zoo, and then I would, during spring break, I would go to the local pizza shop, buy the pizzas at $5 a pop, take them to the beach and sell them for 20.
The hustle never stops.
So I made bank, and I remember going every Wednesday to the comic shop and going, here's my 2,000, give me my stuff. It was the genius behind bringing back marbles in those days. It wasn't that expensive to fill a sack with them and then use that sack to beat. You don't know.
Just slapjack somebody in the back of the head with a bunch of marbles and walk away laughing.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? Pogs.
Yep.
Never got into Pogs, weirdly enough.
Really? Because I have about 25 tubes of them.
How many slammers do you have?
3 tubes of slammers. 25 tubes of just Pogs and 3 tubes of slammers.
That's where it was at, the slammers.
And the thing is I'm such a collector. I'm so bad. I still have all of this crap.
Like, I wish I still had some of the stuff I had growing up. Like, my original Pokemon action figures, like, my cards. I had all the Resident Evil action figures. Like, I liked toys. Like, that was my thing. I liked action figures. Because I would use them as reference. I mean, it just worked. I used to get strategy guides for games that I never owned. Just because I wanted to see the concept art. That was before the internet.
I got, I remember going to the thrift stores, and before I got a GameCube, I got the Super Smash Bros. Melee strategy guide.
Yeah.
And then they had Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver strategy guide. To this day, I've never played Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, but that strategy guide was the dopest thing ever.
It was. I know exactly. I believe. I'm looking back at my collection. I had that one. I had Dino Crisis. I had Silent Hill. I played all the Silent Hill games, but and I had all the Resident Evil ones. But in Twisted Metal,
Dino Crisis.
They need to remake that.
They really do. Please.
You've remade every Resident Evil up to 4. Why can't I have a Dino Crisis remake?
Why are they remaking Silent Hill 2, but not the first one? I don't understand that. I get that Pyramid Head was like the big draw for the game in the franchise, but there's a lot of crazy crap that happened in one.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't there? Yeah.
But
she agrees.
Yeah, because
here's the
2 is more popular.
If they would honestly sit back and think about it, okay, we're doing Silent Hill, we're doing Resident Evil, money.
Yeah, money.
But this is where I'm actually going to go with this. There are so many people that are nostalgic for Dino Crisis.
Oh, yeah.
So nostalgic for Dino Crisis. If somebody remade that, bro, every streamer, every YouTuber, every fanatic would have that and would be playing it. That thing would sell out for pre-orders.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, that's the other reason. Is Silent Hill 2 is the most popular one of the originals.
Yeah.
Your calls are stuck on me.
There you go. That's why I had to put. So I can't put her down. It has to be in a kind of like the same area.
Like,
So.
get off like Velcro. She was digging in. I'm like,
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Chad. Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Funny enough, I have a version of OG Silent Hill 2 that can be streamed without a. Nice.
Yep.
That's sweet.
That would be cool to watch.
That's a good franchise too. That's why I want to do prints of them. And yes, it's going to feature Pyramid Head and probably nurses because those are the two popular creatures out of the whole franchise. But yeah, Dino Crisis needs to make a resurgence for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's one person, and I found them on YouTube. I can't remember their name, but I'm sure if you type in Dino Crisis, they have the full playthrough on YouTube. Took me a minute to follow up at multitasking on this and Prowl. Oh, that's all right. You'll be done in 24 hours from what I hear. So
Yeah.
Right. Check your Discord DMs.
What Discord DM? There is nothing in my Discord. I'm looking at it right now. You check it.
Oh, wrong Amanda.
Last thing I put was a little meme thingy in there. That's the last thing that's notified on mine. Anyway.
Like I said, he's multitasking for sure. I know. He's working on something really cool too for tomorrow night. I guess he's going to be live with Rodney and them for Thursday Night Throwdown. He's working on a Sasquatch piece.
Ooh, nice.
Bigfoot. It's dope looking. I'm like, yeah.
I'm working on it again.
I don't know who Fuel the Hatred is, but I like him.
We'll get you a Twitch channel and you can follow him on here. Oh, he's also he's on you can follow Fuel over on Twitter at Fuel Hatred.
Okay, cool.
Matter of fact, if I just do this real quickly, and then I click on this.
If I ever get my old Twitter back, yeah.
He's only on Twitter. Oh wait, but you have YouTube. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. That's where you could get him.
Just got
on YouTube.
Here.
He's on YouTube.
I will subscribe.
Yeah, buddy. Because I own this channel.
You could do links.
I could do links.
Beautiful. I'm going to copy and paste that in so I can go there later.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up.
You might find a couple of things that him and I have collaborated on. Oh, that's what you need to watch. Okay, first thing you watch on his channel. Hold on, let me go back. What did you call it, Phil? What did you call it? What did you call it? Video.
Loki, that sounded like Disturbed.
Because he has a lot of his VODs going up right now, but if you you'll have to see one of our collaboration videos that we did. You Are Dead movie trailer. That's the one you need to go watch.
You Are Dead movie trailer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good one. Yes, the Resident. Never mind. I thought I came across something on Dino Crisis. Nope, clickbait. Yes, the Resident Evil movie trailer we made together of the outtakes of goofiness when we played Resident Evil 5, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I did make the video. So, but you know, it's stuff from both of us. So yeah, definitely go check it out. I think you'll like him. Warning, he's Australian. No.
That's not a knife, Sheila. This is a knife.
Better than
the Netflix version.
Yes.
I don't know what they were thinking with that.
Dude. I had my hopes up. Like I saw all the movies.
I had none.
Like Well, when I saw the liquor, I'm like, okay, that looks good. And then you see like the giant spiders. I'm like, finally, they're making an appearance. And then you don't. Then they went really, really weird, and I was disappointed once again. I didn't get to see my tyrant. I'm like, okay, another disappointment. And then, what was it? The Welcome to Raccoon City. That was just like there was no story there.
It was
fan, yeah, it was just fan service. Like, hey, here's all the characters you want all in one. I'm like, yeah, they look great, but I actually want some substance.
Yeah.
The trailer, nice.
Yeah. Someone neglected to let me know there was a spider boss.
Not a fan of spiders, huh?
Nope.
It's kind of so mutated that you can't. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nope.
It's kind of so mutated. It's kind of. I always thought it looked more like a crab.
Phil, you could just share screen. Let him go watch.
Yeah, I want to watch.
It's about him, not us. Even though, dude, this talk is really making me think that we might want to rethink about bringing back the Dark Descent into Horror podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Phil and I used to do a podcast based off all on horror, where we would react to horror videos on YouTube. And talking to you and Chad, and the fact that you guys have horror comics, Tina and Ronnie has a horror comic. We actually got to do a thing with Rodney once. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to talk to him.
I would also be down to react to horror stuff. That is my favorite genre of all time. I will watch horror movies to relax.
I really want y'all to get back into like talking about some of the SAP stuff, because some of that's
we did a lot of SCP stuff. We did a lot of the analog horror, like this right here. You should link him episode 1 where I creep you. Oh my god! Oh, the dark.
Yeah.
If you go to my channel on YouTube, it's in the playlist, the Dark Descent into Horror podcast.
Dark Descent. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out too. Yeah, horror is just my favorite. Like the classic stuff, the newer stuff, the prequels, the requels, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Feel we're gonna have to do it. I think we're gonna have to do it.
My headphone just said battery low.
Yeah, maybe it is time, because I just looked at the time and went, holy crap.
Yeah,
how do you do this to me? How do you do this to me, Adam?
Hey, something went up, but it's not
everybody else who does a Kickstarter podcast with me gets an hour.
Sorry. Maybe I'm just dope.
You are. And like I said, you've prowled your way into my heart being one of my favorite content creators.
Aw.
All because your little comic came across my table one day going, check this guy out.
I forgot that I had a Kickstarter going on, actually. So I just like talking to people. I'm so lonely in my studio, so it's just nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So, guys, seriously, if you are a fan of horror, mystery, and looking for a little bit of a twist, this is definitely a comic for you. And, of course, as always, we know that not everybody can back. So, of course, if you can just share it out, let people know. I'm even going to go ahead and I will grab the link real quickly for you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yes.
And we're going to pop it into
go a
the
long
thing.
way.
So you could just click on the link right there. Let people know about it. Let them check it out, because sharing and talking about it can definitely go a really long way and really helps them out. Do you have anything else that you want to say about this, Adam?
No, I've had a lot of fun. I appreciate you just getting me on here and chatting and showing off and talking about what Pokemon we want to smash. I mean, it's all been great.
Adam, you've been away from the show too long. You're gonna have to start coming on a little bit more.
Absolutely. Now that life has settled down, we're moved in, we're settled. Everyone is adjusting to the new area. I feel like I have a life again. So I would happily be back on anytime.
My door is always open. I'm always available. All you have to do is go, Hey, I need somebody to talk to. Let's goof off. You can bring
Appreciate
Chad along
that.
with you next time.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. You can
I
see his
think
cat too.
everybody's got kitties.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Aw.
anymore.
No, you're just a pussy. It's okay.
Yeah. Whatever. I chose to be here. I chose
Boom.
this abuse.
Yeah,
You
tell
did.
me what other show pulls stunts like this. Yeah, Everybody, seriously, it's always funny to watch other people because they're always so serious. And who are you? And what do you do for a living? What inspired you? If you could be any superhero, oh my God, get those questions out of here. you know those, right?
I do. What inspired you? I mean, I don't know. I like to draw. Like I don't know. I'm never one of those guys that like that deep talk. I just want to have fun and enjoy life.
And that's the whole point.
If
That
I
really
bring
is the
someone
whole
else joy, that's it. Hopefully I made somebody giggle tonight.
Oh yeah,
point. You do.
You don't count.
that's fair enough.
So of
You
course, guys,
count greatly.
you can find Adam over on Facebook under Adam Fields. Just look for the big old Prowl banner in the background. You know you got the right guy. He's
Yep.
also on. You are still on Instagram because I tagged you, Adam Fields
Yes.
127.
Adam Fields 127. Yep.
And then of course your website.
Midnight27Studios.com. And TikTok. AdamFields.127 because some jerk already took just the 127.
Mm.
So don't follow that guy. Follow the one with the period.
Already did.
Yes. So go to hers, find me. There it is.
Yeah. And then of course, again, check out the Kickstarter. I think you guys are really gonna like it. I'm excited for it because it's a remastered version. He's fleshing out some of the characters. Jesus.
That takes me back to my first victim. That takes me back to my first victim. Wait, what? Huh? What? Oh, sorry, I'm not allowed to talk about that without lawyers present.
I'm going to be quoting this guy so many times because that's great. I already have to put in a line for comics. I got to now use this on any interview. Like, well, that's great.
And the best part is you can always come back to the replay of this if you forget something. Be like, okay, there it is.
I already wrote it down.
I already wrote it down.
So, yeah, and Fuel, if you ever want me on your channel too, I'd happily talk with you. Like, that'd be great. No, I think we get along very well.
Fuel, I think you have a fan.
Heck yeah. I already got his channel queued up here, so once I can, I'm going to go over there and subscribe.
All right, guys, and of course, if you want to watch Fuel over here on Twitch, you can check him out at Fuel the Hatred, and he is over on Twitter at Fuel Hatred. And just so you can have the Twitch link, there it is. And of course, guys, if you need any more information of AGP, see what's going on, or see any other content that we're making, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, and of course, YouTube. We're everywhere. I think the only thing we're not on is Snapchat, and that's like,
Get rid of it.
I haven't figured that out. But of course, as always, Adam, it was so good to see you.
Likewise.
I
So
miss
much
Happy
fun.
round, bud.
And thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you for making this fun. I hope you all had fun. And Chad, seriously, I would love to have you on the show because, dude, you're sick, dude. I love it. I love it. I could do a whole episode of just you and your TikToks.
Yeah.
So, of course, as
TikTok,
always, everybody, thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate you. And we'll see everybody on the next one. Say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Everybody.
Bye.